Yeah, I have to sort Sawin's
No worries.
stuff
We've
out.
got some. Okay, well, all our overlays are totally messed up, and then if I fix them, they will be messed up when Nia gets here. But I think
Oh no.
that's okay. I will just, when Nia gets here, uh, fix things in a different way. Let's do this. Hey world, I am fixing overlays. Pardon me. Thank you for your patience. No, let's not make Jess's nose bigger. Let's expand Jess's face so that we can see all of it.
Is that a power you have?
Yes, I can make any of you any size I want.
No.
Okay. Yes, there we go. Oh, hey, look, it's Jess. Now we've got a frame with Jess in it.
Oh wait, I'm very short.
Yeah, honey, you are.
No
You know
worries.
what?
Whoa.
I love you.
Mhm.
I'm sorry.
Okay, there
I know
we
you've had a
go.
rough day. I shouldn't make fun of you.
No, you're good. You're good, baby. You're good.
There we go. And let's shrink you down a little bit. Perfect. And then let's
You look
expand
cute,
this.
Sarah.
Nope, that's also Jess.
This feels like one of those puzzles
Yep.
that you do with like the sliding puzzles.
Yep. It's one of those, exactly.
It's gone. Oh no.
There we go. We'll get you back in here. Sorry. Thank you, world, for your patience. While I solve all this stuff, it's going to be a disaster when Nia gets in
Am
here
I
again.
Thomas again?
But that's
I guess
okay.
you are Thomas
No,
tonight.
you're not.
Trade me your
Sorry.
sheet.
You know, it's because I have your names reversed from
No, this will be fun.
whatever. No, you're fixed now. There you go.
Oh wait, no. I am old and respectable, and
He's not that respectable.
Okay,
and
guys.
very seductive. Okay, sorry.
No worries. All good things. All good things. Wow, my hair is a disaster. I never look in the camera when I'm doing this because I'm looking at my players rather than myself, and now I'm going to feel
It
self-conscious.
must be nice to not have the brain of a parakeet. What must it be like to do these and not be staring at yourself constantly?
Male
Maybe
privilege,
one day I'll
baby.
know.
Lots and lots of male privilege.
Oh God.
It's a complicated thing. Yes, I actually am lying. I do stare at myself constantly while I'm doing these things. I just normally comb my hair beforehand, and so I decided to pass it off as, you know, pretending that I wasn't vain, even though I actually just am equally as vain. Okay. Hey everyone. Sounds like everyone's had a long day. So,
This will be fun.
this will be fun. Let's,
Oh yes.
let's figure out what the plan is. So, whew boy, lots of stuff last episode. So much stuff. Constant whirlwind of stuff. I don't even know how much stuff there was because there was so much stuff. My notes at some point in my notebook here that I have on my left, which is a document, says, and then what the mother? That's what it says. Just says, and then what the mother. Okay, good to know. Yeah, so let's do a quick little recap of things. Y'all leveled up at the beginning of last session, which is cool.
Yes.
Sawin has now determined what you are going to do, yes?
Yes,
For now, at least. Excellent.
I'm done flip-flopping.
Okay. What have we decided upon?
So I
For the last time, Crocs aren't flip-flops. And someone needs to deal with that.
No, Crocs are crocodiles and they eat junipers.
Yes.
No, they eat Kaz's.
Oh, that's true.
Sorry.
Cass is not gone forever, just temporarily.
Yeah, so last time I had Sawin all leveled up for College of Glamour. Because I thought that might be a good way to help, I guess, with the campaign and making a distraction, but College of Eloquence was also a really good choice for Sawin. And I decided that I got my shit together, first of all. And second of all, I decided that maybe College of Eloquence would be better suited for the long term instead of the shorter term, which is what I felt like College of Glamour might end up being. So we've gone with College of Eloquence.
Excellent.
So at 3rd level, I'm able. Well, actually, let me backtrack. For folks who don't know, College of Eloquence is in the Unearthed Arcana. So the little flavor blurb for it is: adherents of the College of Eloquence master the art of oratory. Persuasion is regarded as a high art, and a well-reasoned, well-spoken argument often proves more powerful than objective truth. These bards wield a blend of logic and theatrical wordplay, winning over skeptics and detractors with logical arguments and plucking at heartstrings to appeal to the emotions of the entire audience.
There's a part of me that finds that awesome, and another part of me that finds that depressing.
Yeah, right?
But it is awesome, definitely. And what's your third level ability do you get?
So I get two
Cool.
features at third level in this college. So the first one is called Universal Speech. So what this allows me to do is it grants me the ability to speak and reason with any creature. As a bonus action, I can expend one of my uses of Bardic Inspiration. When I do so, I get to roll my Bardic Inspiration die and choose a number of creatures within 60 feet of me that I can see equal to that roll. So if I roll a d6 and I get like 4 on the dice, then I can pick 4 creatures that I can see within range. And then for 10 minutes,
Great.
the chosen
Note to self:
creatures...
start having groups of 7 people.
Well, I mean, it's only going to increase, right, as I gain levels in Bard because my inspiration dice will go up.
Yeah, and then we'll have groups of 9 people. No, sorry. I'm not serious.
I'm regretting my decision already.
Good.
Yeah, but there's several others of us with Stalin who also have good persuasion, so
Yeah, it's true.
you need to crank that up to 13 or 14.
We've got options. No, that's fine.
Yeah, so for 10 minutes, the chosen creatures can magically understand me regardless of the language I'm speaking currently. Which is great. That's fantastic. That
sounds great to me. I'm super jealous. I wish people could understand me regardless of the language I spoke, because I am horrible at languages. So.
And the other thing, too, which is really, really awesome, is I also get advantage on charisma checks made to influence these creatures.
Nice. That will never come in lots and lots of handy in a campaign that is built like this one. Certainly not every single episode.
And this feature works even on a creature that doesn't speak any languages. Which I feel like that's broken.
Wait, so you can reason with a tree?
Yeah.
Well, I guess what did the tree do to aggravate you?
I'm in love with this.
Wait, you could reason with a dire wolf?
Yeah. Yeah, it says any creature. So
awesome.
that means everything. I can talk to everything.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Because that's what I've noticed about D&D is that it's really particular about the language it uses for certain things, but like when it says creature, that means everybody. It means
someone needs to start gardening immediately. His garden is going to be the most lit.
Oh my god. Oh, but then you'll be able to talk to birds and you'll understand, like,
Disney Princess Stalin.
Yeah.
I love it.
It also doesn't say in here that it's a once per day feature at all. So, like, I could use this multiple times a day.
Well, I assume it's limited by your Bardic Inspiration dice, right?
Yeah,
you have to spend your Bardic Inspiration die.
Yeah.
So it's limited to your Charisma mod.
Yeah, which is a 4.
So at max, it's a...
It'll be 5 times a day.
At max, it's 5 times a day, unless you discover a certain
And then that
book.
would be like 50 minutes of me just talking to creatures a day.
Well, we'll find out what happens.
Assuming that I don't use it for my
I think we have to...
anything else.
Yeah, I think we'd have to rule that... I'm just anticipating... I'm just trying to think about worst-case scenarios before we even come to them.
Yeah. I mean, that's
I think I'd say we can use it once at a time. Right? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So you couldn't do 4d6 simultaneously. You couldn't charm 4d6 creatures simultaneously.
Yeah, because you can only roll 1 Bardic Inspiration die like per round anyways. So.
Excellent.
And then the other feature I get...
another feature. Okay, cool.
Yes, at 3rd level, yes.
and second level spells.
You're the one who encouraged me.
It's true. I read this. I will freely admit that I read this subclass and thought, that looks awesome. That looks particularly awesome in this campaign. That subclass looks like it was built for this campaign to me. But, whatever. Take that or leave it.
Yeah, so you can't call me broken because you approved it. So the other feature I get is called Soothing Words. So I can now cast Calm Emotions without expending a spell slot. So I can use this feature a number of times equal to my Charisma modifier, and I regain all expended uses of this feature when I finish a long rest. So I can cast Calm Emotions 4 times a day.
That's also particularly useful.
Right?
Okay.
Without expending a spell slot.
So
Like,
I already
that's
stated
the
Juniper
coolest
needs
thing.
that.
That's awesome. Yeah, I love it. And then you got second level spells. Did you pick your second level spells?
Let me pull up my sheet.
I'm just curious, so that I know what to
I
worry
picked
about.
spells last time based on me going College of Clamor.
Mhm.
Let's see. I got Tensor's Floating Disc just from being 3rd level, and I'm a Topaz Tiefling, so that was a freebie.
Yep.
I picked Shatter
Oh, cool.
as my 2nd level spell, and I think I'm gonna keep that because I really, really like that a lot.
I think it's really flavorful for bards too, in particular. I like it for bards. Okay, well that's our level up for the day, folks. Join us next week.
Sorry, I know that was long.
No, never mind. Right, we have to play D&D in there. Right, I forgot about that. Okay, cool. Yeah, so we leveled up last time, and I don't know. Then we did some stuff. We spied on someone, a halfling named Hubert Songshore, and managed to send in an ally named Mercury to fly into the place and sort of spy on some of the people in there, and discovered that there are some stuff going on there that was scary and intimidating. And that stuff that was going on in there, because there's like 4 or 5 people in there that seemed to be like having big long-term plans that were scary. And that stuff that was going on there involved Oceana, Thomas's daughter, and also some other people, including Primarch, Magli, Blackice. And it was so scary that it, for a minute, at least, made you guys doubt the affiliation of your own organization that you guys are members of, the Order of the Ocean. Because the bad guys sent you to spy on the other people who you would definitely consider bad guys, and so now there's like some weirdness there. But then Kazan snuck is a word, right? Yes, snuck. Yes, snuck into the other bad guy's lair and discovered that they were, shall we say, evil in other ways. They were nationalistic and problematic and horrible. So, that's sort of where we left off, with Kaz smashing a fascist cupcake. What?
Yes, they bake.
Yes. Yes, a fascist cupcake was smashed. And that's where we left off. So you guys still have 1 day to get into the Sea's Embrace before you're officially behind schedule for the Order of the Ocean. But I don't know how you feel about the Order of the Ocean. Maybe you don't want to be affiliated with them anymore. I don't know. You have to tell me. I don't know.
What?
I don't know what you want to do. It's your life.
No, I'm still gung ho.
Oh, cool. Sounds good.
I think my name is Juniper.
You know what? It's like, yes, tired, I'm dad.
Fair enough. So right now you guys are, let's say, in the back of the Soulwood Tavern. Soulwood Tavern, aptly named because Soulwood is the wood that prevents scrying and detection magics and things like that. It's also become sort of a hotspot for people who might be having secret dealings and things like that. But you guys have a friend with the owner, and so you guys are hiding in the back room there. What did you guys use as a password to get in this time?
Potatoes.
I mean, we brought in potatoes.
Yeah, what kind of potato, though?
Russet.
Russet potatoes. Excellent. I like it. Russet potatoes were brought in. And you guys have been allowed in. Excellent. So you guys are in the back planning. Let's see what this plan looks like.
Okay.
Someone want to set the scene for us? Let's see. Jess, why don't you have how would Sawin be acting in this moment? What would be going on? How would everyone be seated in the room? Do you think? How would Sawin be in the room?
Sawin will probably be standing
Okay.
because he's anxious about the whole thing.
Mhm.
I think I might have been, or Sawin was the first one to admit to being hesitant about the information we're getting and bringing back because there's discrepancies with what's been happening, I guess, between like the information that Kaz got from being Randall and the information we've gathered thus far. So he'll be sort of like pacing around.
Mhm.
I imagine everybody else is probably sitting.
Okay.
I don't want to speak for everybody else, but
No,
that's what.
that's fine. Yeah,
but
people,
that's what.
people can always
Salmon's
stand up
doing.
if they want to stand up. Yeah, so I think you're pacing around. I think this is Kaz comes back in. Hey, Nia. By the way,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm alive.
Great.
Yay.
I will take that. That is better than the alternative. So Kaz comes back in, having just had a destroy cupcake moment.
She like flings a potato over the bar as she runs back.
Yeah. And there you guys all planning. So Kaz enters into the room. Does anyone want to say anything? Check in on anyone? See how people are emotionally doing? What are your beliefs, people? What are you fighting for in this moment?
Lots of confusion, probably.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we know that there's somebody in the organization who's a spy or double agent. Like, we learned that from the beginning. So, you don't think that, like, they're doing this as, like, sabotage or anything, right? Like, sending us out on missions that, I don't know. Like, do you think it's dangerous? Like, knowing that there's somebody who's a spy and we don't know if we're, like, accidentally reporting to them or not?
Jess, you're muted.
Better?
Yep.
Weird, because it wasn't showing me as muted.
Interesting.
That's my biggest concern, really, is that we're gathering all this information, we're taking the time, we're risking our lives doing this business, and we don't even know if we can trust our superiors at this point. We would have no idea if we never looked inside that crate and read through those papers.
Yeah.
We could very well become the next accident, and that's not going to do any. It's not going to do our cause any good, and we're all here for the same reason. We don't want him to be in power. We know that he is corrupt, and I feel like the more that we look into it, the more we're going to find how far down the rabbit hole it goes. But I definitely don't feel comfortable in our organization. I will, outside of us, I don't trust anybody else.
Well, how does everybody else feel?
Well, I was going to say something dramatic, but
Lois says, I don't trust anyone who doesn't give me kibble.
Well, Thomas is sitting. He looks pretty tired. He looks like he didn't sleep very well. No, that's not just because of me. He found out some stuff.
No, that's what I mean. He had a rough night.
He did have a rough night. He needs his beauty sleep. Get off his situation. He says, I don't think that anyone in a secret society feels completely confident all the time. I mean, what we're doing here is highly illicit. If it's being communicated that someone in the organization is a mole or is a double agent to Blackice, someone in the Order of the Ocean is probably aware of this as well. And he looks around the room and he says, I know we all were contacted at roughly the same time. So far, we've had 2 different handlers who seem to be aware of each other. I trust everyone in this room implicitly. I think that if someone had been brought on board to watch the rest of us, it wouldn't have been a reasonable use of resources to have someone come on as a new ally to watch the other new allies who know possibly the least there is to know. So I trust all of you. And if we want to find out some information from someone, we know where to find them. We have a meeting in, well, the next day and a half or so.
Well,
It can be followed the same as anyone.
and you know the tactic we used with Kaz, right? Where Kaz was giving information, but not all the information she knew? But that would be wrong. Because if we didn't give them the information we had, and they're good, and they're not the bad people, and then they get the wrong information, and like that could lead to a problem later. You know what? No, it'll be okay. And she kind of backs up a little bit and sinks down in her seat.
I know it was suggested at the end of everything that with the last day that we have here to operate, it might be more viable to have Kaz return for some of the physical work they mentioned as a way of poking around instead of trying to sneak in the first time, or like we did the first time. Is that still an agreeable arrangement, Kazan?
Yeah, that seems like the easiest way to get to what we're after. So what we only have a day.
Honestly, we found out a tremendous amount of information this week from a few different angles, some that they wouldn't expect from us. I believe that if we were to select some of the less harmful aspects and feed it to whoever we're reporting to, we would already have enough to satisfy at a meeting like this, but just to make absolutely positive that we can't find something linking them. In the warehouse, that is. Apologies, I'm not myself.
If Kazan is going in, what will the rest of us be doing?
Well, I could clear the place. Oh God. No, bear with me.
Bear.
There's no bear. I'm sorry. But
Thomas gets up and orders a drink.
I know you like them, but
he offers you a kombucha
I was thinking that I could bring my my illusory friend with us and have him be seen, or her or them be seen running, like skulking very obviously in the shadows, like right where the guards could see them, get the guards chasing my shadowy belted stranger, because now everybody knows about them. And then that'll give Kaz a little bit more freedom to move around because there will be less guards in there.
Or time to escape if her illusion runs out and she needs to excuse herself.
There's that too. So,
What would be the likelihood or the ability Kaz for Randall to bring a friend along? Because I also have the ability to make myself appear differently.
Just for the record, are we all who we really... Is this what we all look like most of the time? Because theoretically, none of us could have ever shown our faces to anyone, including each other, and that we'd all just be in the dark.
Yeah, just sorry.
Oh yeah, well, I mean,
For my edification, how many of you have the ability to, on some level, disguise yourself and make yourself look like someone else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone?
Present.
Okay, great. Just double checking.
Present.
I thought so. Just double checking.
I take it back. I suspect everyone in this room.
well, I mean, I have some
And
new
is that-
additions, and I do.
Oh.
Oh.
No, he did. He did because he disguised himself as that halfling bookkeeper.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. But it was like a kit, not a spell. Oh well.
Yeah.
I have a
That's a-
kit and a spell.
Oh man.
Even better.
Um,
Best of both worlds.
but I can only do it for an hour. I can't do it any longer than that.
Well, I think they would be amicable to another person who was like Randall, as in another Celestrin. I think that would. I think that would work. I think that could work for sure.
Okay. Because I don't know how well you are at well, I know how well you are at lying, and
I know, I'm just
And-
waiting for that nat 1. It's gonna happen one of these days.
yeah,
It is if I keep this up.
Oh god, I'm so scared.
We're all gonna roll low, and Kaz is gonna end up saving us.
That's
Yeah.
what
Or
paladins
the
do.
other way
Like a
around.
nat 20 persuasion or intimidation or
yeah,
something.
basically.
Just saving it.
But I also have the ability to. I've been known to, occasionally do not great things when I've been down on my luck, so I know my way around a lockpick or two.
Huh.
If that is going to be useful in the endeavor that we were set out to do in getting a copy of their books, essentially.
Yeah, I
Right,
think
that was
I
the
would.
original goal.
Yeah, and I think I would much prefer to not, as fun as it was to go in alone. I think it might be better if I didn't for this one.
Yeah.
So, keeping in mind the 1 hour limit, maybe we can come in with with some kind of excuse so we can make sure we get out of there.
Juniper
Okay.
could create that diversion. I have something to get her in the door.
Or yeah, that too.
He pulls out a letter that he's been drafting
Mhm.
to the bosun or whoever the person is that they spoke to with C's embrace.
Sure.
And he says they want to run their little newspaper articles advertising how easy it was for someone to sneak an entire zoo in and out of their dock. It looks like the Verity family has decided to suspend any further business dealings with such an insecure
Oh my god, I love it.
protocol.
I love it. You are
And-
punishing them for their excuse.
Yes.
But it's hilarious because, of course, your business was fake in the first place.
And
So-
it would be appropriate for the elven secretary who they saw the first time to deliver this
Oh.
missive, now
Oh.
that it would be beneath the scion of the Verity clan to arrive at such a shady location himself.
So I'm the lackey.
I
No, you're a
love it.
messenger. It
Hmm.
gets you in there. You can just walk in whenever you please.
Mhm. Fine, I'll be a lackey.
Now I've got to design a phony baloney family crest. No, there's no baloney in this universe. Oh no.
I have no idea if there's baloney or not in this universe. I think that's up to you
I don't
guys.
want to know how they make it if they do. I don't know. I don't want to know that.
I don't know how they make it in the real world, so that's okay.
Oh god.
Oh god.
With magic.
Vegetarian advantage.
Oh
Okay.
bless.
So let's check in here. I just want to clarify. The plan right now is to send Kaz and Sawin in through the underground for some work, disguised using your magic as Celestrin locals. That's not even the right word. Whatever. Celestrins, according to them. Their definition of Celestrins. There you go.
Celestial
Right.
Nationals, quotation marks.
Quote unquote. I don't even like that. But whatever. I
I
really don't like that. But going in disguised. Let's just say that. And then on top, send Juniper in as the elf lady, and pass off this note, and you use the note to have an excuse to get into the building, and then have Juniper, while inside the building, set off her silent image to distract everyone, so that Kaz and Sawin can potentially break into where they need to break into. Is that the plan right now? I just want to clarify that. Does that seem like all the elements of the plan?
Yeah. So I'll break in. I'll break in a little later.
Yeah, because it would be to provide them cover to escape once the illusions drop.
Right, exactly. And what is Thomas's role in this besides coming up with this brilliant plan?
He's going to try to find something to do in the square outside of the location while trying to find an open window for Mercury.
Okay, yeah, sounds good to me. Or make an open window for Mercury, just saying.
I was going to say, apparently.
We'll find out. Okay. Okay, well, let's just dive on in and do it. Does that sound good to everyone? Anyone want to refine this plan at all before we jump on in? If we need to flash back and say, "Oh, I had this to prep," that's fine too. I'm not gonna be a stickler of like doom and gloom.
Actually, I do not have a disguise kit. I forgot. I went with a different background than what I normally do for my bards. So
One.
Do you have a lockpick kit though?
I do not. I need to pick one up.
Okay. Absolutely.
So I won't have proficiency with
You will
that?
not have proficiency.
Yeah. So that'll be fine.
Yeah, you know people. You can probably find a place to purchase a lockpick kit.
Yeah.
Let me look. Yeah, actually, why don't you roll a charisma check? I know a guy.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find someone to... I know some folk.
Oh. I rolled a 5.
Okay, and with your charisma modifier, that makes it a 9, or did you roll a nat 1?
That would make it a 9.
Okay.
Because I have a +4 charisma modifier.
Excellent. Okay. So you are going to find someone, but there is going to be some complexity in your relationship with this person. What do you think is the complexity in your relationship with this person? Do you owe them money? Do you owe them a favor? Did you, I don't know, steal their sister on her wedding day? I don't know. What happened?
I like that last one.
It's a little possessive for me, but that's okay.
I think Salwyn would owe them a favor.
Okay. Sounds good to me.
Um,
Let's say that this is a goblin. Nope. Never mind. This is going to be an elf. Okay. So there's an elf that you know, who is shady underground business-y type person, who would be where you would go to purchase thieves' tools, typically. But last time you saw them, you agreed to do something for them, and haven't yet done it. What do you think you agreed to do for them? And why have you not done it yet? I think the why is probably that you got distracted by the Order of the Ocean stuff, maybe, or maybe it had something to do in Terra Vest, or I don't know.
I think Sawin will have meant to have done the favor. I don't think he would have intentionally put it off.
Sure.
He just thinking you back to when Sawin said a favor given is a favor owed.
Mm-hmm.
So he's very much a person who doesn't like being in debt to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So when he says that he owes you a favor, that
Mm-hmm.
he knows he owes you a favor and he will make good on it.
Absolutely.
I just think that I think that the Sawin juggling being in the order and attempting to make legitimate money on top of that has kind of kept him from doing the favor. So he'll just say that he's been busy with his work.
Yeah, what do you think the favor was? Were you supposed to play a concert for some people, or let's make it I mean, unless you have an idea, I'm just going to improvise here.
I don't really have anything off the top of my head, but I don't think
so this
someone
elf
would have done anything extremely under the table.
Yeah, no, of course, that's perfect. So this elf, you got something from him at some point. Him. And in exchange, you agreed to go to his kid's school and do a concert.
Mm-hmm.
And you just haven't had time. You've just been... The messenger came and you're like, oh, shoot, I should reply to that. But I don't know when my schedule is going to be free. I have stuff going on in my life, and so you haven't done it yet.
Mm-hmm.
That sound good? That sound reasonable?
Yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see. This guy's name is... Milan Coastbearer. So you show up to his shop, and it's not like a super seedy shop, but it's definitely a fence, right? It's definitely a hot shop in many ways, and you know that he's a fence. And you come in, and he looks at you and says, "Ah, Samhain!
Mal, how are you?
You have not gone to my child's school yet. Little Tick Tick asks every day about it. Every day he asks, when is Samhain going to come and perform?"
Tick Tick? Is that what you said his name was?
I mean, that's his nickname.
Over the table. Okay.
Yeah, that's his nickname.
I wanted to make sure I heard right.
Tick Tick.
Okay. Tick Tick. I have had my schedule busy with work-related things, but I do understand that. What season is this?
It's early winter. It's October-ish.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. I do understand that their winter. How old's the kid?
8.
Okay. Just one kid? One
Yep.
child? Okay. I do understand that they do have their winter festival coming up. Once I'm done speaking with you, I will go ahead and make the arrangements to go give the concert. I know I had meant to do it for their
Fall formal.
Their fall formal. But the ship has sailed on that, and I do apologize.
You absolutely promise?
Yes.
Roll a persuasion
You
check.
have my word.
Yeah. Why don't you roll a persuasion check for me?
Yeah. Oh, that was cocked. Sorry.
No worries.
That is a nat 20, so that's 26.
Ooh.
And he looks at you and says, well, as long as you definitely play the winter formal, or the winter festival, and if you do not play the winter festival, then your name is Mud. And I will spread horrible stories about you to everyone. And I will make it so that no one hires you again.
That won't be necessary.
Tick Tick likes you. He needs you. His
I
whole
like-
school, he's been telling all his friends about how he's friends with the famous bard Samhain. No one has heard of you. But nonetheless, he is telling everyone this, and they are excited to meet you.
Bless Tick
please
Tick
roll
and
that.
his pure heart. I will forever be in his debt.
Well, I owe you here, Samhain.
He's, I have come for, I'm looking for some equipment. I've locked myself out of, my family heirloom box, and I need to get into it, so I'm looking for a couple of lock picks.
Ah, of course.
Or a kit, if I can get my hands on that.
Wise person always makes use of excellent tools when one is in that said difficulty. If you are capable of bringing the box here, you may, of course, provide it to me, and I will generously open it for you for a small fee. But if you would like to do this yourself, of course, here is a set of tools that one might use for these purposes. And he reaches like underneath the counter and pulls out a small leather like fold up thing that is that just folds up, and he pulls it open. You see that it's like an arrangement of various types of lockpicks that you might use in various circumstances. Looks like it's reasonably good quality, and he says, "Yours for 30 gold."
This is Jess asking. You said 30 gold.
Mm-hmm.
What? Do I know if Tick Tick has any interest in learning music at all?
Oh god.
You could try and establish that with an I know some folk roll. If you want to determine a fact about who Tick Tick is.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sure.
Roll a charisma check again.
Alright. Oh, god damn it. That's an 8 total.
Yeah, I mean, I think Tick Tick has no interest whatsoever in learning music. And it's just like... Tick Tick's interest is in celebrity. And Tick Tick, like, thinks that you're famous.
Okay. Tick Tick thinks I'm famous. Okay. Hang on, this is me working through this. What say you to dropping the price to 15 gold, and I will do another event at Tick Tick's school on top of the winter formal I already owed.
What am I, made of money? You want me to drop the price beneath the purchasing price for these things? I need to actually make a profit, you know, Samhain. I cannot just drop the price for even someone as like you. And a second performance, you're cashing in on a second favor before the first favor is even completed? You may roll a persuasion check to attempt to lower the price.
Okay, yeah. We're gonna give that a shot. Oh, yeah, that did not go well. Oh, well, it's not as bad as I thought it was. It was a 15.
Mm-hmm. And he, like, tilts his head. 25 gold and the performance.
You're a reasonable man. And then Salwan will just shake on it because he knows he's kind of put his foot in his mouth.
Mm-hmm. And Malin, Coastbearer, hands you the set of lockpicks and thieves' tools.
Cool. Yep, and I give him the gold.
Okay.
What if the second event is Sawan coming and making a big deal about Tick Tick's birthday?
Sure, yeah.
Tick Tick like that? Okay, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's totally appropriate.
A lunchtime performance on Tick Tick's birthday.
I love
will
it.
Be in the cards.
I love it.
For this, yeah.
Yeah. Roll. Oh, it's coming up.
Yeah.
There you go.
So it'll be back to back.
Yep.
Yeah, so Sawan will be the second event. If I remember correctly, Tick Tick's birthday is coming up soon, correct?
Aye.
I'll give him a lunchtime performance on his birthday.
Yes,
I'll even compose a song for Tick Tick, and that'll be Tick Tick's song.
How wonderful! Will you offer to revise it when Tick Tick chooses their name?
Yes.
Excellent. Very good deal. Nice doing business with you, Samhain. And it's always good to see a friend.
Likewise, and I will give Milan a short bow and leave the shop.
Absolutely. Okay. Anyone else have any other prep work that they need to have done before they want to head on into this madcap adventure?
Then
on with the madcap adventure.
Nobody else.
Not as madcap as the first time we went in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't gone in yet. Let's not establish
It's like
that
7% less madcap than the first time.
Ooh,
know, we'll
Nia,
see.
did you shift
Let's not
positions?
jinx
Your mic is
ourselves.
picking up a lot. Suddenly.
Oh, whoopsie.
No worries. Just suddenly louder.
Oh no, I take it back. Thomas has something he'd like to do.
Okay.
He scribbles a note to Oceana and gives it to a messenger. It just says, "Hello, darling. Can I trouble you for a pair of lockpicks? Thomas."
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, let's check something.
I just like had a terrible flash of what I would do if my dad asked me if it was safe to mix alcohol in pills, and I kind of want to evoke that feeling.
Oh boy.
Yeah. The same messenger returns about an hour later, and just says, "I was told to give you this," and hands you a leather wrapped set of lockpicks as well.
Thomas tips him a silver.
Thanks. Very generous of you, my lord. There we go. Okay. So we've got 2 sets of lockpicks.
Look, if he's losing sleep because of her,
Yeah, of course.
She's losing sleep because of him.
No worries. I like it. I'm a fan. Excellent. Okay. So let's break on in and see what happens and all that good stuff. There we go. I'm gonna move. Okay, excellent. There we go. Okay, so let's do this. So step 1 is Kaz and Sawin are heading on in. Kaz, you are going as Randall.
Mm-hmm.
And Sawin, what do you tell us about your disguise?
Let's see. I'm not. What I'm definitely not doing is Samson. I'm not doing that again. That would not be wise. For people tuning in today, Samson is the appearance of the old man who attended my concert.
Yep.
Aww.
And I decided I was going to masquerade as him with Cass.
And cause some
we broke
problems.
in last time. Yeah.
And it caused some problems for these people, so they might recognize Samson. Yes, that's a good call.
So, I guess I'll be similar in size to the Randall appearance. I'm gonna give myself like dark green eyes, make myself look human, have unruly hair that I'm like kind of keeping tied back in like a haphazard like ponytail, and just be kind of, I guess, like very down on my luck, and I need to come up with a name.
Yeah.
Names are always hard.
Stanky John.
Yeah, Stanky John.
How tall is Randall?
Average height for a human male, so I guess like what? I don't know.
5'9", 5'10".
5'9", 5'10".
Actually, I'm gonna change my height then. For this person, we're gonna call him Lanky Liam.
Lanky Liam.
Yeah. So, Sawin's gonna be sure to tuck his tail straight up his shirt. For the disguise, because that's gonna be the only way to deal with that. I'm also gonna give like, I'm gonna have like fake tattoos on my arms, and I'll just look like I was a down on my luck sailor.
And yeah, how old is Lanky Liam?
Lanky Liam is going to be like late 50s, early 60s.
Okay.
So like definitely older, not as young as some of the guys on the docks are.
Yeah, sure.
How old does Randall look?
Randall looks like he's lived a very hard life and looks at least late 60s.
Okay, yeah. So I'll shoot for like mid 60s then.
Excellent. Okay.
Early to mid 60s, and also kind of look like weathered by the sun.
Absolutely. Okay, perfect. So Randall and Lanky Liam cast their disguise at the last possible moment, and then take the side entrance in to this underground place. Kaz, you've met a couple people here. Asthma being sort of the most prominent. And then you met someone else whose name you didn't get.
He introduced himself. I have it written down.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I apologize. What did
Tommen, right?
Yes, Tommen. That's him exactly.
Yeah.
I thought he had given you his name, but clearly he had.
Oh.
Fair enough. Okay. So Tommen is there. And he sees as you guys enter, and looks at you, Randall, and like nods, and then sees that there's someone with you, and immediately stands up and walks towards you. And he says, "Randall, who is this? Who's this fellow with you?" And he looks at Lanky Liam.
This is my very, very close friend, Lanky Liam. And you've all been so generous to me, and I just knew he would be right for the job. So I brought him along with me. I hope that's okay.
So Liam will stick out his hand and go, "My name's Liam. Nice to meet you."
He doesn't take your hand. He stands there with like his arms folded, like looking very intense and tough. His hair cropped very short, and very clean and pristine. And he looks and he says, "Randall, this place does not have an open invitation. We can't just let anyone walk through those doors. There's all sorts of people out there who would try and break us up. Try and tear apart this family that we're building here. You can't just bring people in without permission."
I understand that. I should have said something before I just brought him in, but Lanky Liam and I go way back. We're very similar in a lot of ways. So I apologize. I do, but at least give him a chance.
Yeah, why don't you roll deception?
Oh boy. 15.
Oh, 16 on his
shit.
insight check. Yeah? How long you been friends with this Liam?
Oh, we've been friends for at least the past 30 years.
So you're convinced that he ain't an imposter?
Absolutely convinced.
And you're not an
Known
imposter?
I'm not an imposter? Of course I'm not an imposter.
I don't feel right about this.
"I can leave if you want, sir. Randall just pulled something in his back this morning and asked me if I would help him with the job. That's all."
You know where we are. You're not leaving. So I'm satisfied that you're loyal.
Well, we don't have a problem with that. We have nothing to hide.
And Tommen says, "Great. Then this should be relatively painless." He snaps his finger and whistles. I can't do it. Whatever. But he does a sharp whistle. And a couple people come over. And Kaz, one of them, like, reaches forward to, like, take you by the arm. And Sawan, another one, reaches forward to take you by the arm. To, like, guide you back over to a back room.
Oh no.
Oof.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Either of you guys resist?
I'm not.
Okay.
Nope, not
Okay.
gonna, because that'll give the jig up.
Yeah, so they start taking you to the back room. And the door is opened. And you see that in this back room, there is manacles on the wall. 6 sets of them. And one person in them. And this person has been beaten pretty badly. They're missing teeth. You can actually see teeth on the floor. And they just look a little bit like a mess. And Tommen says, "Lock him up, just for now. We just got to see a little bit more."
Oh no.
And they put manacles on you two guys.
Well, shit.
Didn't tell me that this was gonna be part of the job.
You know, this has not happened to me the last couple times I was here. So, I wasn't really expecting this either. This seems like a lot for simply bringing my dear friend here.
I was hoping I was going to eat today. Guess that's not happening.
Life is hard, lanky Liam. Life is hard. Are we? Did they leave, or is the door?
Yeah, so they leave. But the guy who's sort of in the corner next to you, who's also chained up, starts laughing. Life is hard.
Kaz laughs too. Yeah.
Oh god!
So someone will just kind of lean forward a little bit and go, "Did you bring an extra friend too? Is that why you're here?"
No.
Oh dear.
Okay, let's cut the scene and see what's happening with Juniper and Thomas. Kaz, this is a very specific question, and I think the answer is no. But do you have the lucky feat?
No.
Okay, I would like you to roll a d20 for me.
Okay. 7.
Okay, you are not that lucky.
Shit.
Well,
But
Wait.
7 is the luckiest number, one
That's
might
true.
argue.
That is true.
If you have the lucky feat, I would make that 2d20. I would make it an advantage, but I do not. But you do not, so that's okay. Okay. Thomas, Juniper, you're gonna try and break into this place. Is that the plan?
Yeah, that's the plan.
The unfortunate thing is that was not the plan until almost an hour has passed.
Well, a little bit less than an hour, so that, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's some wiggle room.
So, yeah. It's too bad nobody can cast, like, you know, a spell to pass on words to each
Well,
other.
okay, so basically, let me think about this. Because Thomas said he was going to be in the marketplace trying to get close enough to get Mercury in. What would Juniper have been doing? Because
Life is
she could
hard,
be
like
hanging
you,
out
like-
as well until she disguises herself as that elf.
I mean, that's true.
Is that something that she would have wanted to do?
Sure. She'll be pretending that she's an artist, and she'll be drawing the water.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you roll a perception check for me?
Okay. I can't believe I just looked for dice on the table. Okay. Oh, my perception's bad.
Nat
But you get a
20,
nat
though.
20, so I will take it.
Love her heart. She's on point.
Yeah. You first of all, you notice a couple things. First of all, there's a ship that's pulling in, as if to make a drop off of some sort.
Okay.
And it is filled with lots and lots and lots of lumber. Not small amounts of lumber, massive amounts of lumber.
Okay.
And secondarily, you notice, like, because you're watching for it, because you're intelligent and all that good stuff, you're watching and you notice that there are ripples in the water that represent something relatively large moving underneath the water, and you would guess is
Shark.
the submarines,
Oh crap.
potentially.
Okay. Let's. Okay. Where is Thomas at this time?
Good question.
It depends on what else is going on in the marketplace.
So you're not directly by the docks. You're in the marketplace.
Well,
There's a
are
marketplace by
there-
the docks. Yeah, we established that there's like like a row of small shops and some people putting up stalls. Samhain was putting up stalls there to read fortunes and things like that.
Yeah, hopefully
Okay.
there's a little bit of bustle, or at least enough where he could like grab a snack or something and kind of like meander near the warehouse, but not too near, but within 100, I don't know, say 160 feet. I don't know.
that
I
sounds
didn't
fair.
think about it.
Okay.
Man, your snack is
well,
super good too. It's like
Oh, that's
a
awesome.
super crumbly little it's like a scone that's super crumbly but glazed with like some melted sugary stuff and like has currants in it. It's
Oh, what a
super
marvelous day. Nothing
super
could
delicious.
possibly go wrong.
Okay, so Juniper then is going to find Thomas, just kind of like head towards him, and just kind of like usher him towards her, and just kind of say, "I'm sorry, but your cheekbones are like so, as the young people say, on fleek." And it would be really great would it be okay if I drew you?
Oh, that's so dear of you to say. Why, yes, that sounds absolutely charming. Do you need me to stand in any certain way?
Yes, I need you to stand right over there. Come over here with me. And I'm going to lead him over towards the water where I was sketching.
Yeah.
And as I'm positioning him, I'm going to be like, okay, so the submarines are moving under the water right now towards the ship. Don't look, but right behind you. And then I'm going to just kind of jerk him a little bit to the side because I need an angle of his face.
Oh my God. Don't touch the beard.
Nope, the beard is fine. Yep. And be like, and I think they might be in the middle of something might be happening right now. Anyways, oh yes, perfect. Yeah, the ankles are. So
are you sure I shouldn't turn my face over there? And he like looks in the direction of the boathouse.
Oh yes, a profile would be perfect.
Oh, lovely.
I start sketching them.
He tries his best to look kind of noble and pensive.
Yeah, where's Mercury during all this?
Mercury, okay, so after having been spotted, he's decided it's probably not a great idea to just be seen like hanging out around town with an undisguised purple pseudo-dragon. So Mercury has been asked politely to kind of hang out on the rooftops and not report to him directly, but kind of just stay close, but try to blend in with birds, try to like stay under whatever awnings there are.
Yeah, roll a perception check for me.
That would be Thomas down here.
Oh, his sheet is up? Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, you see Mercury eat a seagull.
Nice.
As is proper.
Yes.
Like, he works hard.
Yes. He looks quite pleased with himself, but he's also keeping an eye on things.
Okay. Thomas is going to, if they're close enough to the boathouse, he's going to kind of act like he's kind of wiping his hands off from the crumbly snack, and he's going to cast knock, and on the closest upstairs window he can find, like kind of where he would hope would be above like the hustle and bustle of the place.
Perfect. Yeah.
And kind of think, all right, it's your time.
Excellent.
Also for drawing.
Oh my God.
Oh, I can't see.
Oh no.
It's just a little too small. Sorry. It's and like too pale.
Oh well. It's a
Post it
very,
in the
very
Discord.
bad drawing of him with stars and rainbows.
Bless.
I'm gonna take a picture.
Oh, that's so cute and adorable. I love it.
It's really bad though.
I love it. That's okay.
Yeah.
I still love it.
Mercury should be moving in.
Okay.
Remind me to set up a group Shimmering Sea art channel
A group
because
doodle channel.
Jack, the Undying, in our other campaign, made the most adorable doodle of ever undying to a gelatinous cube.
What the hell? Oh my God.
It was hilarious.
I remember that cube.
It was adorable and
It was
amazing.
a bad cube.
It was a bad cube. It was the best drawing ever. Oh man, I loved it.
Okay, there we go.
Whoever
Put a
decided
picture
to
in
make
the chat.
squares three-dimensional like made a serious mistake.
Okay. So, yeah, so the plan is now's the moment where you're acting? Is that the plan? Juniper, you're heading in?
Yes, and I guess
Yeah,
that
I'm
would have
gonna-
been about maybe 20 minutes to a half hour in, just kind of getting in position and sending Mercury in a little early to try to be able to snoop around a little bit.
Yep.
I'm
Okay.
sorry, guys. I do have to grab something real quick. I'm so sorry.
No
Okay,
worries.
well, Jennifer's gonna take that chance then to go in.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sneak around a corner a bit where nobody's looking and alphafy and
Alphafy. I love it. Sorry.
and, and as I'm properly elfed, I'm going to head on over with the letter or the rejection letter that Thomas had given me, and try to very self-importantly just go to the front door and knock.
Yeah.
Or, well, the front door is guarded, so I guess I'll just go to the front door and be like, oh, what's his name? Oh, God. We would have said what his name was.
Yes, absolutely. And I definitely have it here in my notes. That's not something I wouldn't forget to take notes on. Remind me to take better notes. I really need to reorganize my notes. Foo.
Said every DM ever.
I mean, yeah.
Can I just give him a name? Okay, I'm here to deliver a message from George Georgerson of the McGeorges. Sarah's gonna hate it.
No, we have a
until we get an actual name.
That's our placeholder name until we have
yeah.
forgotten
George
the name.
Georgerson of the Georges has Georged considerably, and I have a message from George. What? I forgot his name. What's the name that we made up?
Oh my God.
What's his name? Sorry.
V. Hey, your boss and mine. Master Elliot Verity of the Verity Family Shipping.
There you go, Master Elliot.
Oh yes, I have of Master Verity, the Verity Shipping Corporation.
There's like a look at you, and then like, okay, enter.
All right then, and I'll just walk right on in, not even looking at him. I'll just ignore the guards because I'm terrified.
Yeah, there's some person behind the desk again, like some kid basically behind the desk who's like, you here for shipping something?
Yes, I have a message from Lord Verity.
Oh, you want to be in the back.
Proprietor.
Okay. Yeah, just head on back.
Oh, okay. And I'll just head on to the back. Just waltz my way through.
Yep.
And I'll just kind of look around, be like, I wonder where they could be.
I wonder where some idiots are. No, I'm not. I'm kidding. They did their best.
Sometimes you just fail that one roll that you need to succeed. It happens.
Just you. By 1 point. You do.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. So in the back, there's the room that you were in before, where you had a conversation with the shipping manifest guy, who was trying to like recruit you guys to the business. And
You've got this. I believe in her.
yeah, and he opens the door and sees you and says, "Oh, the Verity family, right? I don't think I ever caught your name."
Yes.
If you say A when I'm divorcing you.
My name is Annabelle.
Good name. Good name. So do we have a deal? Are you here to accept our business? Because that would be wonderful.
No, I'm here to deliver a message. He didn't want to be... Lord Verity didn't want to be seen after after the recent news.
And he reaches to take the message.
Yeah, so I give it to him.
He breaks
and
the
I
seal
look kind of
and pulls
awkward
it
about
open.
it.
Starts reading. In the matter of accepting all of blah, 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 most highly inappropriate, blah, 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 blah.
My nod.
Organization with the utmost discretion, blah, 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 blah.
Allergic to giraffe tender.
Allergic to giraffe tender. And he looks at it and snaps it up and looks at you, Juniper, and says, well, Well, Annabelle, I don't know what sway you have over your boss, but if there's any way that you could bring Lord Verity back in, I would love to discuss this on a person-to-person basis and try and communicate with him the effectiveness that he could have, and how much better the business would be to support him in his time of need and for all his shipping needs.
I understand your frustration, but I am not here to question Lord Verity. And I'm sure you understand that.
Yes, I mean, I get it. I have bosses too. We don't always have power in all situations. My bosses don't listen to me and everything.
Isn't that the truth?
Hmm.
Well, that's how it goes when you're working for somebody, for a cause or a person that you care very much about. Well, you don't care about your job.
I care about my job. I care that it pays me.
But you're not passionate about it?
Shipping?
Well, you should always work where you love, right? Like, that's just common sense. That's why I'm working for Lord Verity.
I mean, I love the sea, and I would love to sail the seas, but I get seasick.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well,
you love working for Lord Verity?
Oh yes. Oh
Wow.
yes. No, it's fascinating.
Wow.
Really watching him work.
Wow, I am super jealous. That's just and like you can see that this guy is like opening up because he's like he sees himself as being like a like he sees the two of you guys as being like the beleaguered assistants to the real people who have the real power in Dunny. And like, yeah, he's the beleaguered assistant whose job it is to deal with the real people on the other side, but he still feels a little bit like the beleaguered assistant. And so like he's being more honest with you than he typically would be with people.
Mm-hmm. Oh well, he can be a little demanding at times, but I find that in the end he always does make the wise decision. And it's just really interesting to see how the business works on that side. When you're a wizard, you don't really get to see that kind of thing very often.
Yeah, most wizards I know seem to like be locked up in towers and whatnot.
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Right? Yeah, that just seems rough. That seems like a hard life, hard way to be.
Oh yes, and also the parties are amazing. So, and as I'm saying this, I just kind of looks around. Oh well, okay. So technically, I'm upstairs because he has a certain type of folk at his party, I suppose. But I get to see it, and I get to listen to the music and see the dancing. And again, when you're stuck in a tower forever, it doesn't happen very often.
Wow, that just sounds amazing. I am.
You should consider becoming a personal assistant.
You think?
Yeah, if you're not happy here, you should really go for something where your skills are really going to be put in use, not just for other people, but for yourself as well.
Do you think I could handle it?
Well, I mean, if you can handle this, I mean, really.
Yeah, why don't you roll a persuasion check for me?
Okay, I'm going to persuade him to quit his job.
I'm going to wreck this man's whole shop. This wasn't even on plan. This is amazing.
Leave your mind open to the possibilities.
Okay, persuasion.
That's not a negative.
Would it be? Well, no. I'm gonna just go for a regular. Nope. Nope. I'm just gonna. But you should really do it. Yeah, totally.
I mean, I don't. Do you have like any connections or anything that could get me an inn somewhere or something like that?
Oh.
Yeah,
I haven't gotten to that point yet. No.
Yeah.
But we're always moving up, right?
Right.
And
well, I've got a family that I got to take care of.
Oh, that's true.
So I can't
Yeah, you got to build the what do they call it? The FU money, so that once you have enough money, you can quit your job and feel better about it.
FU money.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need to get in on this deal.
But what on earth? If it's okay to ask, what on earth happened? People snuck animals in here?
I don't know. I wasn't working that night. I was out.
Was it some kind of a rager, like some, I don't know, college students or ruffians just decided to
Yeah,
bring animals in?
Yeah, roll a persuasion check.
19.
19. Well, listen. And he gets like all quiet. And he says, so the bosses are saying that it's like some kind of cult or whatever that was like going on here, and like that they were practicing some sort of religious sacrifices here, but I don't believe it. It's not true, right? At least I don't think it's true, because like, look, I don't go into the back that often because like I'm not supposed to go in the back. I mean, not that it matters, I could go where I want, but like my job just doesn't take me back there that often. But like last time I was there, I heard like animal noises from one of the back rooms. And I think that like the bosses, you know, they do all sorts of stuff. They most, and you know, our business is totally above board. Everything's legitimate, or whatever. But like,
of course,
you know, sometimes they move products for people that are like, I don't know, living products, if you know what I mean. You know, and it's not a big deal, right? Most of the time, it's just like, you know, chickens for slaughter or whatever. But like, I don't know. I've heard about some weird things going on. I've heard some weird sounds, right?
Well, yeah. I mean, and you hear things about, you know, upper class people keeping tigers as pets and things like that. I'm sure there must be a need.
Of course.
You know,
yeah, of course.
Goodness knows why they would do that.
Don't tell me anything about, you know, Verity. He says in a way that clearly says, like, tell me something about Verity.
He'd never. He has a very ugly dog, but that's it.
Okay.
But that's all.
Jennifer talking about herself?
Oh, I'm talking about, well, and a pigeon.
Or Blackberry.
He has a pet pigeon.
Pet pigeon.
We try not to comment on that.
A pigeon as a pet?
Yeah, I know. Hugest, fattest pigeon you've ever seen in your life. He's a great man, and I respect him dearly. But the pigeon, I wonder. You know, just between me and you.
Yeah.
But you've never been down. Yeah. Oh, or you've only been down there the one time. That seems kind of odd because you're so.
Well, no, I mean I've been back there and things like that. But my job, like, I'm here, and then like I go up the stairs, and he points over there to like where the bosses are, like have their offices and things like that. When they're in, they're never in. But like when they're in, that's like where I go. I go up there to talk to them. You know, I just don't have to go back to the operation side of things. You know.
Yeah, no, understandable. And I'm kind of looking around a little bit as we talk. Is there anything I notice?
Yeah. What are you looking for?
Honestly, I'm kind of I guess I'm a little worried. Yeah, I'm looking for like any sign of like, I don't know, Kaz or Samhain or the dragon.
Yeah.
Pigeon. Where's the pigeon? Where's my pigeon friend?
Yeah. Well, let's find out where your pigeon friend is. By going on break for the next. We're gonna go on break for 6 minutes, and we'll be back at 6:30 my time, and then we'll check in on our pigeon friend breaking into an upstairs window and seeing what happens there, and then we'll check in on Kaz and Salwyn and see what happens there. I'm scared. I hope everyone's scared because I'm scared. Okay, bye everyone. We'll be back in 6 minutes. It's our break time.
You guys are changing. I'm trying to get a guy to quit his job. Poor
I'm
Solomon.
over here stress knitting now because
I'm not worried.
The tangled web we literally weave.
why would Kaz be worried?
I laugh in the face of death.
We back.
Oh God.
Okay. Death and me, we old friends. And to be fair, I haven't killed anyone yet this week. Is that true?
This week.
Out of
That's
context.
good. It's Monday, so I would hope not, but
Well, I guess I mean in the last week. You know, when you run as many D&D and RPG games as I run, sometimes it sometimes feels weird to go a whole week without people dying. And I know that's like a weird thing to say, but I just run enough games that it's statistically true.
Oh God.
I love chat so much.
I will say that one of my
That's
favorite
so funny.
systems has a rule where if a character does not want to die, they don't die, as long as they have a point to spend. And points you get every session. And so it's
Oh
very...
yeah, can we use our point of inspiration for that?
You can use it to get
That we
advantage
all
on a death
always
save.
forget that we have?
Yeah, you can use it on a death save if you want.
Okay.
Absolutely. Any save you can impose disadvantage. You can impose disadvantage, or you can give yourself advantage on those things. We may come with some alternative rules as well. But in that game, someone decided to rush someone who had a firearm, and then was shot in the chest, and it was a very stressful recovery period that just finished last week for the first time. Yeah, Logo knows what I'm talking about.
God, I'm flashing back to self-defense against fresh fruit.
Well, you know, what if someone comes at you with a banana? Okay. What am I hearing?
Oh God, I'm laughing
Okay.
so much. I'm so nervous.
Okay, so let's clarify our. It was such a dumb idea, but totally in character. Lobo, it absolutely was. It was not your character, but it was your game, and it was awesome. It was one of the high points of my game mastery life. I'm not gonna lie. That was an episode that ended with one of you shot and supposedly dead, one of you cursed by a Dark Lord into an interminable, I don't know, what is it, aura of fear, and the third of you being arrested and sent to jail. So that
If
was
it
a
had
great
been the
session.
same character, that would have been epic.
No, 3 different characters, but one episode. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, back to this game. So let's clarify where everyone is. So Kaz and Sawin are currently underground in manacles. They have not been searched. They are both in disguise. One of them in their disguise as Randall, the other one in their disguise as Lanky Liam. And in a back room that has manacles in it, it's a relatively okay furnished room. But there's also a third person in there who is a little bit bloodied up. Upstairs, we have Juniper in her disguise as Annabelle the Elf, who works for Thomas's character. Thomas's disguised character.
Yep.
I feel like we need a relationship map web of our alternate personas.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, we have Thomas outside with his pet pigeon, Mercury, and Thomas has popped open an upstairs window, and Mercury is about to fly on in. That sound good to everyone? And I'm missing anything
I just
that
want to say
matters?
with everyone with disparaging comments about Mercury's weight, first of all, there's no such thing as portion control with pseudo-dragons, and if there is, I don't know what it is. And second of all, when y'all roll nat 20s on that crucial of a perception check, you will also be awarded with a fish the size of your body. So everyone can just calm down.
Don't talk to me or my pigeon ever again.
It's okay, he's just a very fat pigeon.
Yeah.
He's a perfectly fine pseudo-dragon. Technically, he just ate a fat pigeon. Nice.
Yeah, I mean, he's a little big for a pigeon. He's just not because he's not a pigeon.
Yeah, exactly. I like the idea that he can eat all of this and just like it goes down cartoonishly, like he doesn't gain any weight.
I think that's probably. I mean, he's a fake creature, right?
Yeah,
so
makes sense.
that seems reasonable to me.
He's got a pocket dimension as like a second throw pouch.
Absolutely.
He's saving it for later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so how do you want to run this pseudo dragon sneak session? How do you want to run that?
So what color's the sky today?
Yeah. This city of Racy is a little bit on a fog break, so there's a lot of like grays and covering the blues and things like that.
Okay. All right. Okay, so I'm not trying to retcon, but I feel like this is something that might have been established beforehand because the disguise kit worked so well last time.
Mm-hmm.
He would have probably tried to find more stuff to disguise him a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so he looks a little bit like
and he would have tied some tethers to to one of Mercury's ankles, kind of like you do with a kestrel or a hunting falcon.
Oh, cool.
So, and maybe like a bright ribbon, so he looks very fancy. So a guard might think twice about taking a shot at him if he belongs to someone rich.
Ah, clever. So you're actually playing into...
I love this shit. It's like chess for me.
Yeah, so you're playing into Annabelle's... you have a fancy pigeon thing.
Basically, we rolled a nat 20. It was like 1 of 5 on disguising him last time.
Yeah, sure.
So now that Thomas kind of has an idea of what's going to work, he's kind of just trying to like improve on that because, again, as I mentioned previously, he doesn't want to get publicly tied back to this brightly colored fey creature.
Yeah, I love it.
You know, if he's going to be an effective scout, this is important.
Yeah, absolutely. I love it.
So I'm not sure what I should roll first. There's a lot going on here.
Yeah, I think we start with you, Thomas, rolling a deception check.
Okay.
As like your disguise kit thing.
Gotcha.
Do you have disguise kit?
Flashback. No. Last time in the marketplace, it was basically it was the nat 20 to disguise him.
Great.
So
yeah. So just roll a deception check.
Okay.
I think it's appropriate. Excellent. So a 20, not a dirty 20 as we call it, or some of us call it.
I'll take it.
And so he looks very much like a fat pigeon. And
with some ribbons and tethers and looking fancy.
Yeah, so let's have him now roll a stealth check. That's Thomas or him?
Oh, you know what? Good point.
Do you have the stats for him? Did you?
I don't think we ever locked that down.
Okay, I need you to remind me to get you stats before next week. No big deal. I don't care.
So should I roll a d20 and then add whatever for a pseudo dragon?
Yes, please roll a d20 plus 4.
Okay.
He is trained in stealth. Who knew? Actually, you guys are level 3. It's actually going to be plus 5.
Oh, okay, so he has a 19.
19,
because
sounds
I didn't
good
add anything into that.
Sounds good to me. Excellent, yes. Because his proficiency bonus is going to go up with your guys. That's one of my homebrew rules to make pets functional and worthwhile. Excellent, so 19. Yeah, so he sneaks through the window. What's your range on able to telepathically communicate with this guy?
I believe it's 100 feet plus something per caster level. Let's find out. I should have this up beforehand. Sorry, chat.
Chat doesn't mind.
Okay, the pseudo-dragon can magically communicate simple ideas, emotions, and images telepathically with any creature within 100 feet of it that can understand the language.
Okay. Yeah, that's the pseudo-dragon. Do you have any bonuses to that because of your thing? So I can't remember. Like, I think that Find Familiar might have a range of 120 feet, which would give
I was going to say, I don't think he's... Okay. I only know basically how this operates within, like, Critical Role, because that's the only podcast I know that functionally uses a familiar.
Sure. I guess I can look it up.
Once you cast
I
Find...
do have the ability to look things up.
I'm looking it up. Once you cast Find Familiar, I'm trying to figure out if there's a time limit on that or if it's just until you dismiss it.
It's until you dismiss it.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't matter that he hasn't cast Find Familiar at all since the original.
No. He's your familiar.
Okay.
So you don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
Okay, so now looking up Find Familiar. Very, very slow thing.
Okay. 100 feet of you. Okay. Yeah, 100 feet.
Okay, so basically,
100 feet.
His instructions would have been, if you can get in there, try to stay out of sight. Kaz and Solon should be working. They mentioned upstairs, or not upstairs, but on the base level.
Mm-hmm.
They should have been toting boxes. Hopefully that'll attract enough attention that you'd be able to sneak around upstairs and out of the way spaces. Anything you can find with a signature from Blackice, anything that looks important, or with a seal. I know you can't carry very much, but you do your best. And if you happen to find that bracelet that I threw as a distraction the other night, I would find that back. It's just, it is what it is, but it's fine.
Absolutely. You got it, boss. And so Mercury flies in through the window, stealthily.
Thomas kind of grumbles to himself. We're going to have a conversation about that.
And, so he starts searching around up there. Why don't you roll a perception check for him, which would be +3.
Nine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So he's sort of flying around, and he's pretty stealthy, so...
Can I give my point of inspiration to...
anyone in the world that you want.
Okay, I want to give it to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah, roll again. In general, try to offer inspiration.
I've been sitting on this thing for like 5 games.
Yep, and you probably will get one this game.
That's a little better, 15.
Excellent, yeah. So he flies in, and he starts to, the first thing he notices is that there's, this upper room. It looks like an office, right? Like a nicely furnished office, but an office nonetheless. And it's got a desk on it, and on the desk there is, a book, right? And the book has some figures in it. It's open. And he starts to fly down and look at the book, trying to read it and trying to look through things. It's pretty funny seeing a pseudo dragon flip a page, or two.
He has wings.
Yeah, he's got wings and he's got little claws. He absolutely can. I'm just saying it's funny.
Adorable.
Yeah, it's just flipping the pages.
Very TikTok worthy.
Mm-hmm. And he is going through it, and he sees something that catches his eye when the door opens inside the office, and he looks up and he sees a person entering, but the person isn't entering the room. They're sort of opening the door behind them and shouting back into the hallway, and they're like, "Yeah, I'll get those facts and figures for you slightly later today. I just need to go over them and make sure that everything's good between the books." And so I want you to roll a follow-up stealth check for him to dodge out of the way of being seen.
Oh, I'm still... Oops, that was still Thomas's.
D20 +4. 15, nice. Let's see how this guy...
What's his stealth?
+4. +5, sorry.
Okay. If it's low enough, do we get a scene like in Matilda where he's just got his wingies stretched out underneath the desk when the person sits down and...
Yeah, so the person just comes in and turns around and walks up to the chair and sits down in the chair, and then the camera sort of pulls back and you see Mercury is on top of a bookshelf, sort of pretending to be a statue, just pretending to be a book holder statue.
Oh my god! Yes.
Just looking very, very stiffly and trying very hard not to breathe. And this person looks at the books, and then is clearly confused about what page they're on, and then just sort of shakes it off and sort of closes the book and then reopens it to a certain page and pulls their finger and pulls it down, looks at a number, taps the book 4 times, and then reaches underneath their shirt and pulls out a key. And they use the key while it's still around their neck to unlock a cabinet case and pull it open, and there's another book in there. And they pull out that book, and they put it on the desk, and they flip. And they flip to sort of a similar place in the book, and they hold their finger down, and they go down and they see it, and they like hold their finger on the place, and then like find a quill and pull it together and start just writing there. And now they're writing in one book and then writing in the other, and writing in one and writing in the other, and they're sort of going back and forth, and they stop and they like do like some comparison work while this is going on. All the while, our dear Mercury is being as still as possible. And with that, I think all our players are in place. Let's check in on Kaz and Sawin. So Kaz, Sawin, and a random no one are in a dungeon together. Dungeon is the wrong word. It looks more like a room. It's like a wood room. It just happens to have some manacles.
Someone would recognize somebody they've done a reading for, right?
Yes.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, absolutely. I would not. It would not be. Well, I mean, theoretically, if they were in bad enough shape, then possibly it would take a perception check, but it wouldn't be a high DC. So no, this is no one that someone has done a reading for. Cat stream. I mean,
she's here to give us good luck.
Can she give me good luck?
Yeah,
And
That's
Mia
what she's
good
doing
luck?
right now. It's the one thing she's ever given anyone in her life.
Okay. Because we need it.
Well, everyone should still have advantage, or not advantage, inspiration too.
Yeah.
So Sawin and Kaz, are you guys doing anything while you're down here, or are you going to wait for something to happen to you?
So about how much time has passed?
Yeah.
Probably about 35 minutes. I see all this stuff is sort of happening simultaneously, roughly. So you're about
Okay.
35 minutes into your disguise kits. Or into your disguise spells.
Is there a window in this room?
No. You
Or
are
in the
underground.
door?
You are underground.
How's... Okay, well, I'm asking, is there a window through the door?
No.
Okay.
It is just a door. It is closed. There's no box window in it or anything like that for people to see. Theoretically, they cannot see in here.
Okay. With the gentleman, or the person that's chained up, rather, how do they have like black eyes? Are they swollen? How good's their vision right now?
Yeah, they definitely are pretty injured. Their face is sort of disfigured. They're human and male, and they have or male presenting. They have a big white beard that's very fluffy and sort of scraggly and not well taken care of. And you can see that they have like a chipped tooth that's like broken in half, as well as like black eyes and a split lip. And you look at their arms, which are chained above their body because they're like on the ground with the manacles above them, tying them to the wall. And you can see that like their arms are just covered in bruises and injuries. They've got some ink on them, some tattoos of various sorts. But they do not look like they're in good shape.
How far away are they?
Yeah,
is this person?
it's a small room. Let's say 15 feet by 20 feet. So not like a tiny room, but smallish room. And they're sort of spaced around it evenly. 6 set of manacles, 3 on one wall and 3 on the other wall. And you 3 are on the left wall, or the back wall.
Okay.
Closest one to the injured man.
Yeah, I think Sawin's in the middle. The injured man is on the back corner, and Kaz is on the other side.
Okay. Randall,
Mm-hmm.
beginning to feel a bit itchy. Are you feeling itchy?
Oh, yeah, terribly itchy.
How long do you think they'll keep us in here?
I don't know. I was hoping they would be back by now. It's been a while. We've been in here. Maybe we should, I don't know, leave. Try and leave. Get going. I don't know.
As you wish, Randall. And I'm gonna try to break us out with these tools if I can. Are the manacles on a short leash or are they on a long?
They're all on long enough leash that you could try this. I think they're restricting your movement enough that it'll be at disadvantage.
Okay.
While he's doing that, would it be possible for Kaz to just try and will herself out using her sheer raw strength?
You absolutely can try.
Okay. Before you do it, that's gonna make noise. Okay. All right. I want to make sure that we're all on the same page.
Okay.
Who's going first then?
So I think Samhain, you're up first.
You go first. You said it first.
Okay, I'm gonna use my inspiration on this roll.
Excellent. Good call. So it's gonna be a dexterity check. It is at disadvantage, so it'll be a straight roll. So it's d20 plus your dex.
D20 plus my dex.
Yep.
Not sleight of hand.
No. Sorry.
Okay. All right. No, I just wanted to make sure because they're two different modifiers. All right. So that was a 15. So that was an 18 for my first roll. Let's see if I can get better. Oh no, that's an 8 for my second roll. I'm taking. 18,
you can't
please.
get better. Sorry, even though you spent advantage, even though you spent inspiration, what that does is negate the disadvantage. So it's your first roll.
Okay. Oh. Okay then, that's fine.
So it's 18.
Yeah, that was 18 total.
Absolutely. And Kaz, let's see you roll an athletics check.
Oh boy.
Fun tip, if you use your fingernail to cut your skin and use your blood to lubricate that skin, it won't take as much skin off when you break your thumb knuckle, yanking it through the shackles. That is how to do it.
Oh boy, that's a 19.
No one in this stream has any experience with legal issues or handcuffs. Oh, wait.
What? No.
Okay, here we go. Yes. So, yeah, 19. No, yeah, you're not able to pull it out, but you start grunting and pulling, and I think you actually hear the wall crack, the wooden wall that you're bolted to crack. The manacles are probably not going to break, but the wall might snap off if you want to try again. But you hear like the things going on,
God.
and you hear someone saying outside, "Hey, what's going on in there?"
Oh, can I try something narratively convenient?
Yeah, go for it.
As Juniper upstairs, can I just can I see the area leading to the docks, or are we in a closed room?
You're in a closed room, but the hallway leading to the docks is right outside the door. So if you were to stand up and say, "Well, I gotta go," or something like that, then you would easily be able to see it.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say, while we're speaking, honestly, you do hire some really strange people here. Just speaking frankly, I've never seen somebody wearing quite so many belts at once.
Belts?
Yeah, one of the guards that you have out by the docks.
Where did you see? Where did you see this?
Right out by the water. And I'm gonna
and he stands up and
fiddling.
Like, he runs like past you. And like opens the door and like starts turning around and like opens another door and like, where are they? Where are they?
He was by the water. I saw him getting in the water by the docks. And I'm gonna fiddle with my fleece belt that I have around my dress.
Okay.
And as we're opening doors, am I able to see any areas like leading from the water or anything like that?
Absolutely.
Okay. Then I'm going to cast Silent Image of the man in the dark, or the person in the dark outfit with the bajillion belts. Just like so many belts, slowly getting out of the water and trying to climb onto the dock, looking as menacing as like humanly possible. And I'm like, oh, it's that one right over there.
Yeah.
What's the...
Yeah. Okay. There needs to be a roll here. Mechanically
Yeah,
speaking.
I know.
I think it's going to be a deception. Are you proficient in deception?
What about sleight of hand?
I'm not proficient, but I might do the inspiration for this one.
Okay, absolutely. What I'd like to do is I'd like to do deception, but with an intelligence roll because it's a spell.
Okay,
so it'll just be it'll be a straight intelligence if you're not proficient in deception.
I have a 1 deception, but I have more
that's from
in
your
intelligence.
charisma. That's from your charisma. So it's gonna be so it'll be so it'll just be an intelligence roll. But if you're spending your inspiration, it's at advantage.
I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Nice. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No.
It rolls automatically.
Either way, it was 18.
Oh, right,
18.
right.
Either way, though.
Either way, it was 18. I like it. 18. Yeah. So this person is coming out and it looks like kind of like very intimidating and big, and it's got this weird conical mask, if I remember correctly, on its face, sort of like a plague mask or whatever. And there they are. Get them. Boss, they're there! Come get them! And, you see people just turn and start, see this person emerging from the water and, immediately, start charging to tackle. Meanwhile, upstairs, Thomas, you see, Mercury hears hears this scream, "They're here!" From upstairs, and the boss just sort of jumps up and starts running out the door to see what all the fuss is about. And then downstairs, you guys hear it, it's muffled. But there's definitely noise coming from upstairs, and there's a good distraction going on at this moment. Sawin, what's your plan? Kaz, do you want to try and break free again?
Am I free?
Yeah, you're free, Sawin.
I'm free. Okay. We only have 30 seconds before they come through the door, right?
If they're coming through this door.
Yeah. Wait, there's another door in this room?
No, there's only one door in this room.
Okay. I was gonna be really concerned.
No. There's only one door. There's only one door.
Oh, okay. Mini panic attack over.
Sorry. I'm just saying that now there's this big distraction going on upstairs. And so that might draw their attention more than your sounds. Or they might think that they're linked in some way or something. Sound is not the easiest
was there
thing to
a
be
table in this room?
No.
So there's nothing to bar the door with?
No. I don't think so. It's pretty bare. It's like it was a bedroom. It was supposed to be a bedroom, but then they took everything out of the bedroom and put in manacles. It's it was one of their dorm rooms originally.
I mean, to be fair, that can still be a bedroom.
I mean, yeah.
I'm trying to see if I have anything in my inventory that might be useful. You know what I have on me?
I can't wait to find
A
out.
lock. A chair.
Yeah, I have a tinderbox on me.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh
And
my
I have a flask
God.
of oil.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm thinking?
Do tell.
Oh.
Sawin's going to take a swig from his oil flask.
What?
Right? Hang on. Hang on.
Absolute madman.
Oh, and I also have a torch. So Sawin's going to light the torch. And if someone comes through that door that is a foe and hostile, he's doing a flamethrower.
What?
I love it. I just love it. We'll see what happens. Kaz.
As character question, has he ever done this before?
Ugh.
Once or twice.
Cool.
It's part of the act. Kaz, you're still bound. Do you want to try and break free again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Athletics check from you to see if you can break the wall.
Oh boy.
Ariana Grande.
That's a 14.
That is the second success. The wall cracks under your strength. You're still bound, but the manacles are not really restricting your positioning that much at this point.
Okay, cool.
Beat people with the wall. Use the manacles to beat
Oh
people
my
with the
God.
wall.
Absolutely.
Yeah! Yeah!
Okay.
Now that'll be a wall to remember.
Hey, Liam, what are you doing?
Oh.
Lanky Liam.
Yeah.
What's our move here? And what about this guy over here?
Is there additional sound coming from the other side of the door.
Yes, there's
Because-
lots of sound,
yeah.
and there's sound of
Well-
movement and shuffling and whatnot. And, what are you guys doing? Says the busted guy.
Sawa just
You know.
Sawa just
What's going
turns
on?
and goes, but
Okay.
still has like the mouth full of oil.
Mhm. Yeah,
and
roll
has
a
little
persuasion check. I think-
It's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need to be able to speak to that. Yeah, I agree. Roll a persuasion check.
That's a nat one.
My
Ooh.
God.
You gotta take me out of here. You guys gotta get me out of here. If you're getting out of here, I gotta get out of here.
So
They're just gonna feed
that
me
would have
to
been
that
a
thing.
7. That would have been a 7 total.
Whoa. Feed us to that thing.
Yeah, so he just talks over you. You gotta get me out of here. You gotta get me out of here. They're gonna feed me to that thing. Smash cut to upstairs. Juniper, what are you doing with your illusion?
I am going to have him realize, oh no, I'm being caught by people. Oh my goodness gracious, I've been bamboozled. And of course he doesn't say this because he is a silent image.
Mhm.
And he is going to duck back down into the water.
Mhm.
And I'm going to have him like frog swimming underneath the water towards the, a little ways, not completely towards the submarines,
Mhm.
but close enough that
In
that's
that direction.
not a good thing.
Absolutely, yeah. Why don't you? I feel like it would be a dexterity saving throw, but it's a mental image. So I think it's going to be a intelligence saving throw, or one of the people is going to successfully tackle this thing and discover that it is not all there, or insubstantial in some form.
Okay. Oh shit.
That's just an intelligence check. I need a saving throw. You're proficient in those.
Oh, saving throw.
Yeah.
Right. Wait, where do I press that?
It's on your character sheet immediately to the right of the stats and above the skills.
Oh, right.
I use a lot of roll 20.
Okay.
15.
15.
Yeah, so he just, like, reflexively dives into the water and, like, starts swimming away under the water. Not actually displacing any water as he swims, but you would have to be very observant to necessarily notice that and all that good stuff.
Yeah, and he goes a little darker and maybe, like, a little deeper, and maybe that's where he disappears.
Mhm.
Is Juniper wants him to disappear in a mysterious fashion.
Mhm.
And she's going to, while this is going on, run away as though she's frightened.
Absolutely.
And try to just reach for a door, any door. And if is the door to the downstairs open?
No. It would be the
No.
wrong direction for you two. It would be that would be towards the trouble rather than away from the trouble.
Okay.
That's what it would be.
Or you know what? No, she'll run out and be like, "Is there anything I can do to help?"
Ooh, beautiful. Yeah, I love it. Stop that person! They're a thief! They're a criminal! And then, like, you see as, like, a woman comes down the stairs behind you, and upstairs, Thomas, you've got free reign of the room, or rather, Mercury has free reign of the room. The person has walked out of the room.
All right. Well, Thomas doesn't know what's going on.
Yes,
so
but Mercury does. I think Thomas can hear
Mercury-
shouts from inside. But that was sort of expected.
Okay. All right. I was gonna say if the plan was to set off a diversion,
Mhm.
then yeah. Because hopefully the diversion would have given Mercury a little bit more ability to move around as well.
Mhm.
Hopefully Mercury would have the sense to go for the new thing that's been revealed.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you roll
Can he read?
We can discuss that.
Thomas has eyes of the room keeper. Can he read?
Probably then. On some level, I think so. Because theoretically, the invocations that you're getting are like a byproduct of who your patron is, as
Okay.
is Mercury. So,
Okay.
yes. I would say yes. So you might want to ask him. Okay, yeah. Is he going to try and...
That's a conversation you don't have with a lot of new people that you meet.
Can you read?
It's lovely to meet you. Can you read?
Are you literate?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Is he gonna steal it, or is he gonna try and just read it?
He's gonna scan it
He's gonna scan it.
and make his decision based on that.
Yeah. Okay. I think we need an intelligence check for our pseudo dragon here. So that's just a straight D20 because he's got no modifier.
Oh, bless him.
Oh,
Nice. Yeah.
not sucky.
It's a lot of numbers and figures, and it looks like such and such amount for this amount of thing, such and such amount for this amount of thing. It's hard to make sense of in a short amount of time that he thinks he has. But
Is it roughly the same thing in both books? It looks like. He said he was going to one book and then a second book and writing things back and forth.
Yeah, that would take literal time to discover.
Okay.
It would definitely take time to discover.
Okay. I would say that hopefully having been instructed to bring anything
he's your
incriminating. Okay. I would think his instinct is that he hasn't found anything else solid, so he's going to probably tear the page that both books are open to.
Oh, beautiful.
Also, does he see a bracelet anywhere?
No.
Does he see anything else valuable? Gold?
Yeah, have him roll a perception check. That's a +4.
Just thinking about where his mind would go. I don't think he's a klepto per se, but...
Maybe a little bit.
Sorry, that was a 20 plus what?
+4.
Yeah.
23, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, there's a small rosewood box. Oh, sorry. No, there is not. There is a small soulwood box.
About how heavy does it look?
It looks... I don't know, maybe 2 inches tall, maybe 4 inches, maybe 6 inches wide.
Everyone shut up, I'm doing math with my fingers. Would he realistically be able to carry that?
Yeah.
Yoink.
Yeah, he's got a strength of
And
6.
probably get out of there at that point.
Okay, so he's got 2 pieces of paper in this soulwood box. Okay, we'll see if he can get out of there when we get to that roll. But
I was going to say, he's probably heavily encumbered by now.
Absolutely, yeah. I think that's totally fair. I'll do the math later, but yeah, that sounds... I guess I can do the math now. Let's find out how much can he carry.
What's his strength modifier?
-2.
Okay. Just like Thomas, they match.
Oh.
This thing is literally as strong as Thomas. That's funny.
Look. Always skip arm day, apparently. Or wing day.
Wing day, yeah. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay.
He would have difficulty pushing or pulling things that weigh as much as he does.
Hopefully he's got about a 30-second to a minute window to accomplish things, depending.
We'll find out. I think we'll see how the distraction downstairs goes, and then how fast the people upstairs return. So, Sawin, this person next to you is, asking, you gotta get me out of here, Kaz. And Kaz, this is the same person talking to you guys. You gotta get me out of here. They'll just... If you're leaving, I gotta leave too. You gotta get me out of here.
Okay, mouthful of oil. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I don't know how much time we have. Let's just do this. With her arms kind of manacled together, could she still kind of grab her sword?
Absolutely,
which is okay. And then I'm gonna try and break the chain on the other guy's stuff.
Okay, yeah, roll an athletics check.
Okay.
This is not a disadvantage.
Okay. This would be... This would be two-handed, I guess. She's not. She doesn't have her. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah!
So you slash the. So you break. So you sort of have the same situation that you're in, right? It's easier to break the wood than the chain. So the fact that the chain is bolted to the wood gives you some freedom there. So you break off the wood, and he's still manacled, but able to move around more like you are now. He sort of starts trying to get up when the door to the room opens, and you see not Tomlin, but someone else, one of these other people say, "Hey, what are you doing down here? We had to." Sawin, are you doing something?
What?
You're muted, Jess.
I muted myself.
Now you can hear.
So Sawin would have posted up by the door, right next to it.
Yeah.
So people wouldn't immediately see him.
Yeah, so the door opens and cannot see you. Perfect.
Yeah. So when they step into the room and I see who it is,
yeah.
I'm lighting them up.
Yep.
I'm backing up.
Absolutely.
Jesus.
I think it's a dex save for them.
Yeah.
Ooh, 21. So that's gonna be half damage. So let's say 3d6 halved.
Okay. You want me to roll for this to hit
3d6.
them with it? Cause okay. What? Okay.
3d6.
You're not making me roll a d20 to.
No, he had to dodge your trap.
Okay. All right.
He rolled to dodge it.
3d6. All right. Here we go. That will be 9 points of damage.
Yeah, absolutely. So you fry this person. They're dead.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
And whoa, what's that? There's fire in the back room. Maybe are they? And like you see, and like a couple more people start like heading in this direction. Tomlin seems in charge of them. Juniper, I want you to roll a perception check for me for free.
Okay. Boom. 20.
Ooh, wow.
2 nat 20s. Hell yes.
You are just the perception queen for someone who has a -1 in perception. Excellent. Yeah, you notice as you are heading into the room to offer to help people that one of the people who like dove after your person, right after your fake person, in fact the person who's closest to catching them is Asthma, the lizard-born person. They're working in the shop right now. They're just sort of doing some heavy lifting or whatever. And you would recognize them probably. Absolutely. Okay, so back downstairs. There's maybe like 2 people down there and also Tomlin. 2 like sort of grunts and also Tomlin. And Tomlin says, I knew they were traitors. Release it! And one of them turns and starts running towards like a side room and smashes open like double doors, and out of that room bursts a creature. It's relatively big, and it has like this weird deformed lizardish head, and then like its body has 4 legs, and then it's got sort of like, it kind of reminds you of like the pseudo dragon's wings, and it's got a long tail with like deadly spikes. And you guys would instantly recognize this as a variant of a manticore.
Oh, nuts.
In the basement.
Yeah, so...
and I need to start tracking things in terms of turns right now. So, I'm going to open an initiative tracker. And, let's... Oops, I've got too much stuff in here. Okay. Let's see how this stuff goes. We're doing sort of fictional positioning, so don't worry too much about location. But, you know.
Is it okay if we put our tokens in roll 20? We can just roll for initiative.
I have put your tokens in. Oh, are you on the wrong page? Hold on. Let me see what
I
page.
might not be zoomed out enough.
Oh, there it
okay.
is.
Yeah.
I made an extra me.
That's fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
that's
A different
absolutely
map.
fine.
All right.
That's
But we
absolutely
can roll
fine.
now for
Yes,
initiative
absolutely.
then. Okay.
You can now roll for initiative. If you have your token selected, it'll add it nicely for me, conveniently.
All right, 15.
Yeah, Kaz.
Nice.
Oh, God.
That's 20!
Oh my god! Woohoo! I love it.
Nice.
Heal it.
That Thomas.
Eat it.
Oh! Ouch. Okay. All sorts of random people in here.
I don't think
no.
Thomas would be rolling right now.
I would run. I
He's,
would run.
he's chilling.
He has no idea.
He's awfully loud in there.
Would Juniper have heard this?
Hold on one second, and you will.
Okay.
Absolutely, though. Yes, you are definitely close enough to hear it. The only person who's probably not close enough to hear it, unfortunately, is Thomas. Okay.
By the way, if he hears anything at all,
Mhm.
like the initial hubbub,
Yeah, he does.
or from his telepathic link with Mercury,
Mhm.
he's just going to be like casually watching the front of the building, kind of seeing it through if anyone comes out. It won't necessarily alarm him if nobody comes out because he knows there's that second aquatic entrance that they escaped through the first time. They may be taking that route, but
Yeah.
he's kind of watching for people at this point.
Absolutely. For my sake, let's get Juniper. Can I have you roll initiative as well?
Yeah. Let's see.
So click
Let
on
me
your
get
token
my-
and then click initiative.
Where's my token?
It's one of the blue ones. Sorry, I haven't updated.
Oh, right. I need to. Which one is mine?
One of them is Thomas, and the other one is.
There's no way of knowing which one it is. Let me see. Okay, this is mine. I forget how to roll initiative on these.
So you click on the token, then you open your character sheet and click on where it says initiative. It's a confusing system, but here we go.
Okay.
9.
That was for them. I went the guards.
Okay, did that do it?
No, but that's fine. Don't worry about it. I will
sorry.
add it. No, don't worry about it. Seriously, don't worry about it. Excellent. Oh, no, that did work. Sorry, I just couldn't see it. Okay, so let's put some people in some sort of fictional positioning here. So a guard ran over to open this door. We're not going to really draw. And the token that says head servant, that's going to be Liam. Not Liam, not Lanky Liam. That's going to be Tomlin. Tommen, sorry. And there's a fried guard next to you guys in your room, and then the door, and you guys can see out here someone into sort of a common area, which this guard just popped open a door, and now there's a manticore and the guard between you two. Samhain, you rolled a 24. What do you want to do first?
Oh, man. Okay. Shit. Okay. Is there anything worth exploding next to near the Manticore or near Tomlin?
Yeah, I mean, it's like a common room. There's like a low coffee table. There's couches. There's cups. There's beer steins. There's like a table that's a little higher up that has foodstuffs on it where you had like a sandwich before. There's some fascist cupcakes there.
Okay. Is there anything like big-ish near Tomlin?
Like a couch?
Of like decent size?
Like a couch or like
yeah, I mean, a couch could work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's standing next to the couch.
Beautiful. Yeah. So, and he is within 60 feet of me.
Yep.
Lanky Liam turns quickly to Kaz and the other man and goes, "Cover your ears." And I'm casting Shatter on that couch.
Yay! I love it. I'm going to put the other person... Okay. This is not what they look like, but that's the other person.
Like, my intention with this is that Tomlin's going to take some shrapnel damage from that couch exploding.
Mm-hmm.
So, essentially, when I cast Shatter, for those of you at home who don't know what this is, it's one of my favorite spells. So, a sudden loud ringing noise, which is painfully intense, erupts from a point of my choice within range, which is the couch. So each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a Constitution saving throw. A creature takes 3d8 thunder damage on a failed save, or half as much damage on a successful one.
Excellent. So it's a con save from these people?
That is correct.
Okay. Liam is making a con save. It's going to be both guards. It doesn't hit the Manticore, unfortunately. Liam gets a nat 1.
Who gets a nat 1?
Sorry, not Liam. Sorry. Tommen. Tommy gets a nat 1.
Oh, and you have to roll disadvantage for the couch. I mean, because it's an inorganic.
Yep.
It's what the rules say.
Yep. Sounds good to me.
On the saving throw.
All right. Both guards, I think, succeed. They get a 14 and an 18, respectively. But Tommen fails, and the couch...
Definitely.
Gets a 2. Nice.
Oh, I didn't tell you the DC for the...
I assumed it was 13 or 14, because you're level 3.
What was it?
It's going to be 3 plus 4.
Oh, is it just... My spell save DC is 14.
Excellent. Yep. There you go. So, yeah. So, the 2 guards both succeed. So, roll that 3d8 damage for me, please.
Yeah. Don't mind if I do. Alright, so that's Hang on, I have to get extra dice out. I should have had that ready. My bad.
Are they pretty, Eddie?
Yeah.
I like pretty dice.
So I'm using my Samhain dice, which are these orange
Oh, the
and
ones with
black
the-
marbled.
Yes.
They have Samhain's
gentle
coloring.
things.
I love it.
This one's another tiefling dice. It's like Borealis from Chessex, and then this one's
Ooh.
called Acid Wash, also
Ooh,
from
pretty.
Chessex.
Oh my god. So pretty. I love their stuff.
Okay, so that is 15 points of damage.
15 points of damage. Well, absolutely he takes that and does not like it. The couch explodes, and both guards take half that. I think I've
Yes.
discussed this with you guys, but I round in the player's favor. So when it is against you, I round down. When it's you doing it, I round up. Just to be clear how I do things. So that is 8 damage to each of the guards.
Cool.
Yeah, okay. Bad news for you guys, though. It's now Manticore's turn. Shoo boy. Okay, the Manticore is going to eat the guard in front of him.
Glad Tomlin's plan is working so well. It's all coming together.
But miss. Which is interesting. The Manticore misses.
It misses.
And okay, then it's frustrated and it's gonna claw the guy in front of him then. And miss again. Wow. And claw again.
Okay, it has three moves, guys.
12 attack. Does a 12 hit? No. This guy has a chain shirt.
He's been in a box. Love his heart.
Okay, so the Manticore is very frustrated, like trying to get out of the door, and the guard's like beating him back, and then is like, wait, why am I doing this to himself? And like, I should get out of the way, because it's supposed to be going crazy. That's really lucky, guys. Kaz, you're up.
Oh, Jesus.
An 8, a 10, and a 12. Wow, I cannot roll.
Okay, I'm gonna finish off that guard. That is this the one that's still alive?
Both guards are still alive. Oh, everything is still alive.
Everything is still. Oh, okay, one just got fried. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
the one who was burnt to death got fried.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna get this one with my sword.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Oh, that definitely hits.
It's a 23.
Mm-hmm.
That's a 15.
Nice. Yeah.
No,
so
it's a 13. It's a 13 because I'm not dueling.
Okay. Yeah, got it. So it slashes him, and he falls unconscious or dead, depending on what you want to do with him.
Let's just knock him unconscious.
Okay, so he falls unconscious at this point. And that's your turn. Tomlin looks at you and says, "I knew you were bad egg." Juniper.
Okay.
You're upstairs.
I'm going to run down to the. Can I run down to the downstairs area?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's like a secret door, but you know exactly where it is, right? You have the positioning.
Yeah, because we've talked about that before.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw them go down it before, so you would absolutely know.
So I'll run to the door and swing it open and be like, "What on earth? Oh my goodness! Some kind of creature has broken into this place! Everyone, you need to run! There's already somebody here!" And I'm gonna say, like, there's already the masked man has already gotten here. He must have brought that in. And I'm going to say, "It's okay. I'll protect you."
Roll a deception check.
Okay. I'll roll a deception check. Wait, that's spells, not.
You got it. You're
I'll
on the
roll
right
a
page.
deception spell. How'd that go?
Okay, 13. Ooh. Hey, no elves allowed down there.
Oh, well, fuck you then.
All right.
And I'm going to cast, I'll say, well, fuck you then, but you probably don't deserve to be eaten. And I'm going to
Fuck you, but you probably don't deserve to be eaten.
probably not. I'm going to cast Magic Missile
Okay.
at the Le Monster.
Yeah, I think you can see it from there. You'll have to click it 3 times because of the way they changed the spell macro.
Right.
Nice. So that is 11 damage to this thing. Yeah. So it's just like roars as these bolts of energy smack into it. I think, Kaz, you can see these bolts of energy smacking into it. Samhain, you're also positioned to see is like these bolts of energy. What does this look like, Juniper? I think we've established this bit already, but just refresh my memory.
Can the bolts of energy look like running foxes, or would that be too much?
Oh, no, that's awesome, of course. So little foxes just come and, like, smash into this thing one after another and, like, disappear. And it, like, roars. And this is a roar that is so loud that, Thomas, you can hear it as well. You can hear
can I
it
just
roar
take
from
a
outside.
bonus moment to just be like, maybe running is good, we should probably run.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I think for positioning purposes, essentially our group is divided. Thomas is outside, obviously, so he's clearly divided. But Juniper, the entrance from the Sea's Embrace puts you on one side of the Manticore, and the entrance from the prison puts you guys on the other side of the Manticore. So there's a Manticore sort of between you guys almost, or at least at an angle between you guys. And Tomlin, who is bleeding, picks up a axe and charges towards Kaz. And says, I told Asma we shouldn't let you in.
Why? You seem so cool just a day ago.
18?
That does hit. No
Okay.
shield.
What is... Oh, man. Okay, yeah. 7 points of damage.
It's chill.
Yep, just smashing into you. I think it's actually not an axe. I think it's a mace. He's smacking it with a mace.
Oh, fun.
And that's his turn. This guard is going to spend his turn disengaging from the Manticore, and then, like, turn to run, and is running straight towards Juniper, and, like, runs at you, Juniper, but you're blocking the way, and he's like, yeah, and just sort of stammers at you.
Can I step out of the way for him and it'd be like, please run.
Yeah, and he just runs straight past you. Perfect.
Be
Samhain.
nicer to elves. Okay.
Samhain, you're up.
Okay, question.
Mm-hmm.
Because I've never had Tensor's floating disc before.
Mm-hmm.
Can you do a dash action if you are on top of the floating disc?
That is an excellent question.
Oh my god. Can you do a dash holding someone?
Theoretically.
Oh my god, we're all gonna die anyway. It's gonna be a spectacular.
Oh, no.
Horizontal plane 359 to the ground. I can see. Disc remains duration. Blah blah blah. 500 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
Blah blah blah. The disc permanently maintains its distance 20 feet from you.
So I cannot be on top of it.
Yes. Yeah, you cannot be on top of it.
I can't ride on top of it. However, I can put injured guy on top of it, and I can put Kaz on top of it.
Yep.
And then send it in front of me.
Theoretically, yep. Casting time is one
Alright.
action.
You know what? Fucking go big or go home.
Okay.
Oh, God.
We're not fucking around with this Manticore. We're gonna try to get out as fast as possible.
Okay.
We're gonna take the sewer exit.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm sorry. These are all these are all nervous giggles.
I could tell.
It's fine. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, yeah. So Samhain basically like he's like, man, I hope I practice this enough, and he sticks out both his hands like this and like brings them together.
Mm-hmm.
And then he pulls them apart rapidly, and then the disc appears. And I tell the old man to get on it, or the guy who was in the room with us.
Yeah.
Get on the disc.
Mm-hmm.
And then Kaz, when you're able.
Yeah, so he immediately clambers onto the disc.
So it's here, right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's fair. And then you're gonna start moving. Are you gonna start moving, or are you gonna hold for Kaz to get there? Or
I'm gonna move it towards Kaz.
Okay.
So Kaz can get on it. Where's the exit for us to get to the sewer?
Yeah, I think you're trying. I mean, I should have moved all of you over. Hold on one second.
Yeah, I don't really know where we are in reference to.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense. How could you know where you are?
You're doing your best. It's okay.
We're in such panic mode right now, all of us.
What? No way. No, it's fine. Huh?
This is fine. This is fine.
Well, I don't know, Lady Manta Ray. It was the strangest thing. My entire crew went to this building and they
Okay.
never came back again.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Sounds
5,
like you
6,
murdered everyone.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3,
I love
4, 5,
Popo's
6, 7,
comment.
8.
Which is, gotta risk it to get the biscuit.
I don't even want
5,
the
6,
biscuit
7,
anymore.
I definitely don't want
Kaz.
the biscuit.
Okay.
This is the scariest thing we've ever done.
Yep.
And we fought a crocodile in our first session.
Oh, now there's a manticore.
It's fine.
Okay, you see the hallway up there? That's your goal. That's your exit.
Okay.
There's a pink
Hell
hallway.
yeah. Yeah, we're doing it.
Okay.
We're gonna leg it.
Running away. I like it. Okay. So yeah, feel free to move yourself. You have control over your token. Or if you want to be.
Yeah, so it's gotta remain 20 feet away from me, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Alright. Well, I want the disc to go in front of Sawin, and then
Okay.
Sawin's gonna bring up the rear.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, our noble guy gets over there. Let's start heading for the hallway.
Yeah, don't move it in too far, because he's on the disc, and
Mhm.
Kaz needs to get on the disc.
Okay, absolutely. I like it. That's the plan.
Did you clarify that I can do a dash action with the disc?
Yes, you can absolutely do a dash action with the disc.
Because it's got to remain 20 feet in front of me.
Yeah, it does. The only thing that can stop the disc is if it runs out of like if you move through a wall or something and it can't move through a wall. That's the only thing that would make the disc not 20 feet from you. So if you dash,
That's fine.
it follows you.
Okay.
It maintains its 20-foot distance. Okay.
That's good because it'll go in front of Sawin. Sawin will bring up the rear because Sawin's got some mad spell slots to spend and
Okay.
mess with people. So
Okay. Manticore. Attack time.
I'm worried.
So it breaks out of the room and charges forward, trampling furniture, ripping things apart. And it charges here for Sawin immediately. And
Jinkies.
it is going to try to eat Sawin first of all.
God, I hope not.
Let's see what happens. Bite attack against Sawin, and then 2 claw attacks against Kaz. 15 against Sawin.
Fuck, that's my armor class.
9 piercing damage as it bites you.
Oh no!
Claw against Kaz. 9
No.
and 10.
No.
Both those miss, absolutely, and it again roars loudly. Kaz, you're up.
Oh boy. Okay. Boy, I'm gonna get hit a lot if I go right now, aren't I?
I mean, you can disengage for your action,
from-
but it would mean you wouldn't get an action.
Could I still move?
Yeah, if you disengage, you would basically say, instead of attacking anyone, I'm going to focus on retreating, and then I'm going to run. That would be the strategy, or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That is exactly what I shall do.
Okay.
And head over to that disc, and I will say, "Fuck you, Tomlin," on the way there.
Okay. Burning that bridge. Okay.
It's burnt.
Fair enough.
There's a manticore. A whole manticore.
Juniper, you're up.
Okay. Crap. Okay. I can do this. Okay.
You can.
Juniper seeing her buddies get eaten. She's going to cast. Let's see how far that goes. I think that's only 15 feet. Let me check. I'm just checking. Yeah, I'm just level 1. Let's see, 15-foot cone originating from you. Yeah,
15
that wouldn't
feet.
work. Let's see what that one does. Up to 60 feet. Okay. Can I cast darkness on the manticore?
You can cast it from that point. It's not. I believe it doesn't attach to living objects.
Okay.
You can only do it
Cast it on the
from.
point where it is now.
Sorry. Choose. If the point you choose is on an object, you are not. You are holding a one that isn't being worn or carried. The darkness emanates from the object and moves with it, but it has to be an object. It cannot be a living thing. Yeah. So you could cast it on the remains of the couch. Or something like that.
Yeah, so long as it would be like within the manticore's vision.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder how useful that would be, though.
I mean, any of the attacks they would do would be a disadvantage if they could find something, and they might attack the darkness. I attack the darkness.
Okay, it's gonna attack the darkness in its soul.
Nice. So you're casting darkness?
Yes, I'm casting darkness.
Okay, absolutely. So the darkness is a range of how big? Sorry, just for my own edification.
It's a 15-foot radius sphere for the duration.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that fits like almost exactly with the manticore's body.
Yeah, Sawin's in that range.
Oh no, Sawin.
It's fine. I can step back.
Yeah, can I just shout Sawin run and then cast darkness?
Oh, don't use my name.
Not Sawin.
Oh my god.
What was his
I
name?
mean, if it's what she wouldn't think to
Randall.
Yeah,
No, I'm trying to think.
It's your call. What do you think you would do?
Unfortunate fellows, run! And I just throw darkness at it. I just toss that darkness.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I take out a piece of coal and some fur. Yeah, I get some fur and a piece of coal and I rub it between my hands and I shout, "Y'all should probably go!" and cast darkness right under the manticore's feet.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, yeah. So the floor starts emanating darkness. The manticore can't see, Sawin can't see, and our Tomlin can't see as well. And Tomlin like curses him like, "Where are you, Trixie? Vile! I'm gonna get you!" Starts shouting.
Okay, I'm gonna shout back, "Over here, you can escape that way." I'll kill you, but still, whatever.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
She's not,
Yeah, so you
she's not
taunt
playing
him?
around anymore.
So you taunt him?
You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna taunt him because that's one less danger for my friends. And I'm just gonna be like, yeah, you can head over here. I mean, if you're a coward and you want to, save your skin.
Yeah, and he runs towards you, but trips over a piece of the couch and lands face flat on the ground.
Okay, and then I'll be like, that's what you
roll that
get
one.
for insulting elves. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
The guard continues to flee, and several people have sort of come up behind you, Juniper, who are like trying to see what's going on downstairs.
And is it okay if I just be like, "Oh my god, somebody snuck a manticore in here. It's terrible. It's attacking everyone. I'm trying to get what's his face, that asshole, out of there, but he's being so rude."
Yeah, roll a deception check.
Okay.
I mean, that's pretty accurate, though. Someone did let a manticore loose.
Yeah.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's still the intent is deceiving.
Yeah, the intent.
You're
is
trying to lie
deceive.
by telling the truth. All right, yeah, very good. Sawin, you're up.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm disengaging.
Okay.
Oh boy.
And so that's my turn.
That's your action is to disengage. You still have your movement.
Okay.
End of
Yeah.
bonus session.
We're legging it.
Okay.
Can I? Yeah. So I will move 30 feet, and then the disc is gonna be heading this way. If that is helpful.
Okay.
And we're off to the races.
Okay, it is the Manticore's turn.
Can I cut in real quick? Like,
Yeah, sure.
having not seen anyone run out the front door,
Yep.
would it be all right for Thomas to kind of like look up at the window and see if Mercury's been able to make it out yet?
Yes, Mercury definitely has been able to make her out. There's a risk that someone would come back up, but with the Manticore being released, there's no risk of that anymore.
Okay, so since he's disguised as a pigeon, when Thomas sees him, he's going to be like asking him to come down to him, kind of like lie on his hands.
Nice. Yeah.
Ugly ass pigeon.
Look. Have you ever seen old men with their wrinkly little pugs and floofy dogs and dachshunds?
Yes, I lived in the Keys once. Yes.
Okay, well, the bad news for the darkness spell is that the Manticore rolled a nat 20 on its perception check.
Fuck.
So,
screw it.
It is going to chase after Samhain. And this hallway is too small for it, but it can get up to the hallway. So it's going to make 3 attacks against Samhain.
Not Samhain's tail!
So Samhain, first attack against you. 11.
No, that doesn't hit.
Claw. 9.
That doesn't hit.
21.
Oh, no, that hits.
9 slashing damage.
No. Fuck.
Are you conscious?
Did you live?
Yeah, I got 3 HP. That was pretty rough. Oh, fuck.
Oh no!
For those of you asking, Tensor's floating disc is not a concentration spell.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like, because the situation is getting tenser.
That's awesome. Okay. So he's like scratching behind you, and like he tries to bite you, but you're just too far in. And then he tries to scratch at you with his left claw, but you're too far in. But then he just reaches and grabs at you, and he just scratches off a chunk of your right leg. He just like rips it. And I think you sort of you don't mechanically, but you like narratively you fall to the ground, and then just have to like pick yourself up and keep running. Kaz, are you doing anything or just hanging out on the disc?
Well, we're retreating, but I want to hunter's mark the Manticore.
The Manticore? Okay.
Yeah. So that is all I will do.
Okay, Manticore is hunter's marked. Juniper, what are you doing?
Okay, I know that they're safe in the tunnel, so I'm gonna be like, we need to get out of here, everybody. And I'm gonna be like, look, this is too much for me, and I'm gonna just run for the door. Like, I'm gonna run for freedom.
Yeah, okay, so you start pushing past people to run for freedom.
Yeah, because I'm just
you're
like,
not alone.
No.
There are other people fleeing as well.
Yeah, giant monster, guys, giant monster.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm gonna just kind of join the throng, running from this place.
Okay, and Tommen points at one of the people who's sort of looking in, and says, I don't know. Tree lore! Lock the door! Don't let anyone come down here! And you hear him shout that. The guard can just run. Samhain, what are you doing?
Yeah, so they're 20 feet ahead of me. Alright, I'm going to move. Why can I not move? I'm gonna move to here.
Okay.
Actually, here.
It'll provoke an attack of opportunity. Unless you disengage.
Damn it. Okay. Actually. The smart thing to do would be disengage. I don't have enough HP to do the risky business I'm gonna do, so I'll disengage.
Okay.
And then move further into the hallway.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys are all fleeing together.
I'll put like 15 feet.
Yeah, you can move your full distance.
Yeah.
It's a long hallway. It goes off the edge of the map.
Okay, yeah.
And, okay, the Manticore spends its first action trying to squeeze into this thing and not being able to. And then it hears Tomlin's voice say,
God, yeah.
"You fool! Turn around!" And the Manticore turns its back on you. And you see its barbed tail. let's see. On a 1, Samhain. On a 3, Kaz. On a 2, our random guy. Random guy.
Oh boy.
Will he dead?
Tail spike 1. 15, and random guy is dead.
Yep.
Shit. Oh god, there's a dead guy here now.
Yep. And I think he gets one more thing. On a 1,
no.
Samhain. On a 2, Kaz.
I hope it's me.
Please don't hit
Oh.
someone. Oh.
That's Kaz.
I hate to
Okay,
be
good.
relieved.
No, that's Kaz's job. 17.
Yeah, that hit.
What's that?
4 damage.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay. And that's its turn.
Oh, fuck this thing.
Yeah. And I think narratively that means that you guys escape with no more harm. Our old guy is dead on the disc.
Damn.
But, you know, there are things that can be done about that. And you guys escape. Juniper, I want you to roll one more perception check for me.
Okay, will do. Let me get that.
Okay. An 8 is not enough.
Yep.
And you make your way out of the building, fleeing for your life, along with several other people. I think you make it to the street, and you see someone turn and say, I feel like there's something wrong with this season brace every other day.
And she goes, I know. You hear about those animals.
And Thomas outside, Mercury flies over to you and just drops the 2 pieces of paper in your hands. They're a little crumpled and a little bit ripped up because
Soulwood
they're
box?
claws. And seems to hold on to the soulwood box himself.
May I see that, please?
Mine.
You can have the box later if the contents are good. Deal?
Gives you the box.
This is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Beginning of
By
some
the
sort of
way,
friendship.
what's happening in the water?
Yeah. There seem to be some people searching around, in little boats. They're trying to find our masked vigilante. But
There's gonna be fucking wanted posters. I'm so excited about this.
oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so you're digging. They're trying to find this person, but they're not having any luck, obviously. Yeah.
Does it look like there's any submarine-ish churning? What does the big boat with the lumber look like it's doing?
The big boat with lumber looks like it is docked. Inside of sort of the covered area of this season brace place.
Oh, shit.
And yeah, that's you guys have successfully escaped the mess that is the season brace.
Oh my god.
Go back and bet it, Jen, just for fun.
Oh my god.
Closure.
And it's all started with a 15.
Well, I roll. It's all because I rolled a 16. Sad to
Well,
say.
yeah.
God.
Okay.
Creepy.
Well, I think
I
that's
know I
what
need
we
to
will
reconvene.
call
I have to
today's
jump out
episode.
real quick. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, go for
Oh
it.
no, we're calling today's episode.
I know, but I want to hear it because I had to do it the same time last week and I missed it.
Okay.
That's fair.
Oh man.
We'll talk about the fictional weather.
Oh, everyone survived.
Oh yeah.
Not the-
Skin
not
of
the
their
guy.
teeth.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh man, we survived. We stole some things.
Hopefully we
God.
got what we came for.
Who knows? At this point, getting out alive is the important thing.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
The joy of surviving dangerous encounters.
Oh.
Boy.
Oh my god.
That was beautiful, guys. I hope you had fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, that was very. That was something.
Sorry.
No, please. Always good. Always good. No worries about things. Let's check in on some things. So fine, Isabella. So fetch. I love it. Okay, let's check in on some things. Does anyone feel like they got to know one of their colleagues better? And if so, how?
Well, someone in Kaz got to know how the other person handles being chained up, I guess. I don't know.
There's no stronger bond, literally.
I break it.
Yeah, I mean that's reasonable if you want to say that. I think that's fair.
Also, that Salwin apparently knows how to use
Lockpicks.
lockpicking.
Yeah. Absolutely. Kaz, why don't you take inspiration for that? Anyone else feel like they got to know?
Breathe fire.
And you can breathe fire.
Resourceful. Salwin is very resourceful. Anyone else feel like they got to know someone better?
No, I've been
Not
by
so
myself
much.
Mm.
this time.
Yeah. A lot of single stuff in this episode. That happens sometimes. Okay, fair enough. Well, Kaz and Salwin, why don't you take inspiration? And then let's do our level up experience points and stuff. And all that good stuff. Did you learn something new about Primarch Magli Blackice or his conspirators?
They like manicores.
There was a manticore in the basement.
Have a manticore.
They have a manticore
Yeah.
in the basement. Yes, that sounds like something that you have learned about these people. I strongly agree.
I really want to know what's in the Soulwood box. I'm like, ah.
Well, we'll start with that next time. It'll be
Oh.
interesting. Okay. And what's our second question? Our second question is, did you express your character's class, species, or background in a meaningful or impactful way?
Juniper definitely did with causing diversions and illusions.
Yes, I strongly agree. All the illusion magics of the wizard, who is an illusionist, that is absolutely expressing your... Oh my god, people can see my closet.
Oh no, you're good, you're good.
Okay. One of those moments. Okay. Yes, all those illusion magics and all that good stuff is absolutely expressing the art of wizardry very, very well. I strongly agree. Anyone else feel like they express their species, class, or background?
Thomas and Pseudo Dragon for sure.
Thomas and the Pseudo
Yeah.
Dragon. I'm happy to give you points for that if you would like, Thomas. There was another point as well that I would also consider giving you a point for, but
I was very proud of the letter myself. But I'll
I
take
was
it for the
also very
pseudo-dragon.
proud of the letter. I thought that was fantastic.
And the letter.
That was fantastic. That was my moment as well. Strongly agree. I thought that was wonderful. I also, actually, the third moment that I would consider for you was calling on Oceana to give you thieves' tools. And had the thieves' tools come into play.
I was just fucking with Solomon, but yeah.
Still good. Anyone else feel like their class, background, or species came into play?
Would the species count with Solon and the fire thing?
I was gonna say Solomon and the haggling for the thieves' tools.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Because otherwise they wouldn't have been able to break out as easily. And he was able to do that. Oh, I can do you another favor.
That's true.
Sounds good to me. I approve. Someone take a point.
And would Kaz being like hella buff and busting through the wall Wonder Woman style, would that be?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so Kaz breaking the restraints free. Yeah, that seems like a byproduct of your paladin-ness to me. Yeah, I like that. I'm down. And then, did you overcome a meaningful obstacle or impediment to your character? This could be personal growth, knowledge, or defeating something big.
You learned how to bravely run away.
That is an impediment
I think
for
bravely
living.
running away is not the same thing as defeating.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It was a joke.
I feel like maybe Juniper's been feeling a little not so great at the whole missions thing lately.
Yeah.
You know, having made some spectacular failures last time. So going in by herself and then having this slightly panicky conversation with somebody and managing to hold it relatively well and deceive people multiple times,
Yeah.
I think was kind of a big deal for her.
I agree.
Her confidence is up by a little bit.
I
think.
strongly agree. Take that point. Anyone else?
Can I get the question one more time? I always forget this one.
Yeah.
Impediment or
Do you feel
character.
like you have did you overcome a meaningful obstacle or impediment to your character? This can be personal growth, knowledge, or defeating something big. So defeating goblins A through Z is not impressive, but defeating the goblin captain, right? That's the idea. Okay. That sounds like a no for people.
No.
Bravely running away. Living to
Yeah.
fight another day, that's a big deal too. Let's be real. That Manticore hits
I
hard.
feel like there was something, but I can't put my finger on it.
Excellent. Well, there you go. Okay, well, I had a lot of fun. I hope all y'all had a lot of fun. We've got another game on Thursday. It is not going to be the Hidden Tomb of Akarut, unfortunately. We've got a couple players who are going to be out. There's some sort of thing or something or other. So we're going to do a one-shot. I think I've decided that we're going to be playing a game of Dungeon World. So if you have never played a non-D&D system and would like to try a non-D&D system that's super easy, and in fact, we're going to be playing it whether you know it or not. You need not read the rulebook to play this game. It is super straightforward and easy. It is, in fact, one of the... it's actually my favorite RPG to use to teach people how to play RPGs who have never played RPGs before. So it's super friendly and easy and forgiving. And it's a very easy system to pick up. If you are interested in playing, let me know. I've got a slot or two available pretty easily and all that good stuff. And we can make something happen. It's going to be 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, my time, and all that good stuff. And yeah, I've decided on Dungeon World. I know, Marcus, that I had not decided on Dungeon World earlier today, but I've since decided on Dungeon World because I want to make my life super easy for myself. And again, you need not read the rulebook. There is no rules to read. You need just show up and be your happy and familiar self. Let me know if you're interested in playing. We're going to have a guest on that stream as well, it looks like, which will be great. Yeah, all sorts of good stuff. Please live good and happy lives, and call your mother. That's been our thing, right? That's our farewell phrase. I feel like we probably did the farewell phrase.
Parents.
Call your parents.
Call your cat, feed your mother.
Call your cat, feed your mother. I like it.
Okay.
Call your cat, feed your mother. It's good. It's a good compromise, and I like good stuff. Okay. Anyone have anything to say? Is anyone promoting any projects that they're working on that they need to share or promote or anything? No. Great. Yes.
So I write tier 4 D&D content. So that's higher level adventures. I have a module coming out in an upcoming anthology. It was a spin-off project of the Uncaged anthology. It's called Book of Seasons, and that should be releasing sometime soon, within the next couple of weeks. So if we don't see you next Monday, keep an eye out on the DMs Guild for that.
Excellent. Well, please feel free to promote it here. Can you tell us a little about your module? I'm super curious. What's yours?
So the one that will be... So I wrote 2 modules for this upcoming project. It's being split into 2 books. So it's called Book of Seasons. So these are adventures that are based on the 4 seasons. So the first book that's coming out will be solstices. I have to remember this. And I've written a summer solstice adventure where adventurers are called to the town of Giants Bank to participate in a summer solstice tournament.
Cool.
So
well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I love Tier 4 Dungeons & Dragons. It is something that people are oft critical of, and I am fast to defend as oft I can. I feel like many people are critical of it because they have not done it much. I am running a Tier 4 campaign right now. It didn't start Tier 4, it started Tier 1. But it is now, all the players are now level 19. And we are fast approaching the end game. And it's pretty epic and fun and cool. And if you have never had a chance to play in a Tier 4 Dungeons & Dragons game, you are truly missing out, because it is awesome.
It's awesome,
and
it's
wanted
also
to.
It's a lot to keep track of.
Yep.
Oh my gosh. No, that's been like a dream of mine, to like play a character from level 1 to that level and hopefully have them survive to an epilogue. That's like something I've always wanted.
It's amazing and very fulfilling and satisfying, and I've been going through my old notes and finding NPCs from like our first sessions together and finding excuses to bring them back and things like that, and all that good stuff. And it is super wonderful and satisfying, and you get to see these people grow and change so much. And my players are so beautiful and wonderful. I absolutely love them all so much. They're great. And they were my first D&D group that I ever ran. They were my first game that I ever ran.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
How many years?
This is this is partway through year 3, year 2.5, 2.5,
Wow.
something like that.
That's awesome.
I really haven't been running that long, but I run a lot, and it's a job.
You
now.
couldn't tell. Dang.
Well, it's a byproduct of running a lot. I started as a player, not that long ago. I grew up on role playing games. I loved role playing games growing up, but I never really played because I only had one friend who was interested, and we thought that 2 people wouldn't work, and so I never really played. But then I started going to conventions and playing at conventions with my brother and my brother's best friend and my best friend, and then eventually I'm like, why am I only playing at conventions if I like doing this so much? And then I started playing, and that group that I started playing with asked me to DM. And I have been running ever since, and I was addicted literally in the first session. I was so nervous going into it, and then I ran it, and I'm like, oh god, why am I not doing this all the time? I'm addicted. And then I started doing this all the time, because I'm addicted.
Just lean into it.
Well, you know.
Really quickly,
yeah, please.
Would successfully disguising Mercury as that pigeon, like with the fancy ribbons and everything, be overcoming an impediment to the stealthiness?
Yeah.
It would have been an impediment to have a bright purple pseudo dragon hovering over the place we were sneaking into. I don't know.
Or honestly, an impediment to his consequence, because he is a very sophisticated gentleman, and he now has a giant, fat, ugly pigeon.
Why is he ugly now?
That's just the rumor that some fiendish little foxfolk decided to
Oh my god.
I'm just thinking to myself, like, I feel like he did more than write 2 notes and stand outside a building this episode. What even happened for the last 3 hours?
Delicious pigeon.
Oh, Gino's feeling snacky.
Yeah.
I'll always go for some
It's the
power.
circle of life. Pseudo dragon eats seagull. Fox will keep pseudo dragon. Crocodile eats fox.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hold on.
There is a fantasy series that I read that I love. My brother and I love it. It's a great fantasy series. It's not done, of course, because what fantasy series is done? And in it, the author wanted his main character to essentially have a cute shoulder dragon, right? Because like cute shoulder dragons are awesome. Who doesn't want a cute shoulder dragon and all that good stuff? But then he came into the same problem that we're running into of like, oh god, a cute shoulder dragon, that would stand out. So he decided that there was like a small version of like a dragon that's basically like a scavenger and like is super common. They're like
That's so adorable.
and so
though.
there's
I
like
love
cute
it.
shoulder dragons all over the city and things like that. And except they're not that cute. They're like scavengers and lizard-like and a little bit aggressive and scavengers.
Some
And
keep little
it's
mice as
pretty cool.
pets.
Oh yeah, it's super cute, and I love it, and all that good stuff. Okay, well.
But yeah, did he overcome it?
What?
Oh my god.
No, I don't think you overcame it. I think that's a stretch. I think that's a stretch, Thomas.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna say no to that one.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm a total completionist. I hate not like finishing all components of a side quest or like
You know that meme?
finding all 1,200 pine cones.
Yeah, I was about to say like the pine cones thing. You should see
Yep.
her play Dragon Age.
I know the feeling well. I also have a 100% complete run of Dragon Age 3, which
Yep.
is saying something. I also got all of the blue coins in Super Mario Sunshine.
Nice.
So I understand where you're coming from completely. What I would encourage then is, from
I
my
always
perspective,
forget the questions.
from my perspective, look at the questions. Just have them on the screen in front of you.
I'm
They're-
gonna have to write them down. I'm gonna have to message you for them again because
yeah,
I
they're in
always
the
forget
they're
them.
in the rules chat. The rules and
Okay.
questions. Here, I will.
The revised ones as of today.
Here they are. Bam.
I'm not wasting time trying to.
There they
play
are,
them.
right there in
Okay.
front of you. You can copy and paste them where you want. But if you have
Okay.
them in front of you, then they can guide your roleplay. And that, I think, is a really fun and cool thing to do. In fact, that's sort of the point of them, is to guide your
Okay.
roleplay, to sort of encourage you to take these things and go in different directions. I stole this idea, by the way, from Dungeon World, which is what we're going to be playing on Thursday. So if anyone is looking for to join our pickup game, then you can come join us, play some Dungeon World. I don't know what this stream is going to be doing next week. Some people I know have like Thanksgiving things or whatever. We'll figure that out. But if there is no Assassination of Primarch, Magli, Blackice, I don't know yet. But if there is no, then I'll be running something else on this stream as well. Who knows what?
Hopefully, if it's on a Monday, it shouldn't be an ish. But
we'll
somebody's birthday is coming up.
Oh yeah, my birthday is on Thanksgiving this year.
Nice. So is my aunt's.
Nice. Hey, birthday buddies.
There you go. All good things. Okay, go live good and happy lives, people, and call your cat, feed your mother.
Nice.